we're probably gonna do a sound
We
check.
have none.
Because of like the test of sound and whatnot. So, Bone, are you doing it or?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go left to right on my OBS screen. Just say anything.
Are you live right now?
Yeah.
Let me refresh on. All right, yeah.
Tonight will be the night that I will fall you.
I'll have to look at Discord. Tell me when you're about to go sound test. I'll go left or right. Well.
Wow.
I was gonna say. Okay, ready. Cool. I'm gonna go left to right. Starting 7. Which would be digital Joshi.
I think Joshi also walked away briefly.
What if he's also testing this out? Okay.
He's not deafened and muted, so I don't know.
Okay, so Zach, played by Mr. Roboot.
Mac and cheese is very delicious.
That is correct. All right, Seth, played by Just and Orange. Jerry, played by Simbard.
Whoa. I'm also in this episode.
And Dr. Tim Arkham, played by Noir.
Everybody's going to a picnic in the jungle.
All right. That sounded good from what I heard so far. At least that.
I will mention, you might want to play music that compare the people to music.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Why did
music.
Why did I quote Pyrocynical? Oh,
I thought you were just turning into the bus driver for a second.
Ah. Stand still, laddie.
By the way, did you make tweets and stuff?
Oh, I'm about to do that. I had a. Thankfully, I am on my main browser, so I'm about to go to Blue Sky and post about this. All right.
Do you want me to like ghostwrite your posts so you let people know?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Right now, I might do it myself.
He's digital ghost Joshi.
Professional ghost fucker.
STB would be
fucking
proud.
ghost, what?
I don't know, man.
So my thoughts are, it's not too overpowering, but maybe you could nudge the music down by like 1%.
I'll probably do that. Though right now I am doing something that I should have been doing.
And also maybe up ignore by like 8%, but you could also keep everything the same without it being much of an issue. These are just my general thoughts, just to kind of like equalize and fine-tune things.
All right, I adjusted some stuff, but I think with the adjustments, I think it's perfect as is.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother doing the checkup. I think it was fine in general.
My god exists in a wrapper of cellophane.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
And then. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to leave that hanging. What the fuck did you just say?
I just felt like.
Are you stimming?
No, that was just the lyrics to the song Starfucker Incorporated by Nine Inch Nails.
I'm glad no one noticed the audio that I had just played really quickly.
No, I heard that they were just too distracted by me randomly quoting something.
Yeah, like it's like you can't just like okay, I feel like I'm gonna go insane if I'm the only one that reacts.
In fact, I would actually say AC's thing interrupted what Justin said in my mind, actually.
You know what? Fair enough.
Reckoning, and then we're gonna do All right. You know what? There we go. I have posted it on my Blue Sky that I am live at this very moment, and the links.
Nice.
And the links. And yeah. So last time on Hunter, you were driving
Road trip.
on the
Tree
road
man.
trip. Before the tree
We are
man,
under fucking attack.
you encountered
I don't
Stephen.
have...
You removed his zipper to his suit for some reason. You saw strange runes, one of which on his back. You
I
couldn't
was very
decide.
clear about my reasons.
However, after this, Stephen started standing upright and speaking in strange, ways. But then, after that, Norman reveals the branch man's form. It transforms before all of you, his limbs extending to the fear and paranoia of you all.
Oh, so Steven got eaten by Mothman or some shit?
Mothman showed up and Mothman ate Stephen.
Alright, I'm going to pick up Steven's mask and I'm going to put it on. I am Steven now.
Not
Doesn't
the
the tree man have it?
No, Mothman spit it out.
Tree Man has the bag. I can't believe we're doing the scrap Return of the Jedi ending with Stephen's Gimp mask.
What?
What?
Yeah. Oh,
Was that a
Luke.
scrap ending?
Yeah, Luke
That's
was gonna
hilarious.
put on Darth Vader's helmet and be like, "I'm Darth Vader now."
What?
Fucking dog shit. I'm glad they fucking scrapped that.
Yeah, you could look it up. Why do you think his outfit was all black and he
Vader.
force choked that? Yeah. But anyhow.
This feels like the Star Wars version of "Kill Them All, Peter."
I thought it was just supposed to
God.
represent Luke's temptation to the dark side, because George Lucas is nothing if not kind of on the nose about things. But then, like, he doesn't do it because they knew that would be dumb and bad, which I suppose
was
is
supposed
true
to be
because
the
they
savior?
didn't do it.
Or was it supposed to just end badly?
So, I have a question. Would you guys like me to plant you all into the moment?
Yes, please.
Alright.
Sure.
You all stand before you. This giant standing before you as he
Oh,
is
Jesus.
transformed.
Oh god, he's big.
He looks
Oh, I like
down
That's
upon
really
your
cool.
I get with only the light of the bus illuminating him. The Clue gang is inside the van. Fred is catatonic. However, Daisy does shout something out. I think I know a thing or two about books. If you need to look for, if I can find this thing's entry point in there, I might be able to help. Essentially,
What do you mean by that?
I just
Oh, please.
I'm good with research. The out of character explanation is if somebody for some reason wants to do book researches on what this thing is, Daisy will assist with those checks.
She has the Paper Mario tattle ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go look at this thing's. So, as it towers before you, just looking down, with only you hearing almost a breathing coming from it,
Is it making any aggressive movements, or is it just standing there menacingly?
It is standing there menacingly, but it's kind of like slowly starting to like lean itself towards you guys. As it reaches out, you see branches extending from its hand as its arm slowly reaches towards you.
Okay, who is it reaching towards in general?
The group. Like, but Zach
No
would
one in
be.
particular?
Zach-
just
Zach-
coordinate
I
in the
mean, he's
direction
got
of the
big
group.
hands.
I would say Zach is who it's reaching towards because Zach had to get up and center to record Mothman.
He's gonna stop recording and like pocket the GoPro, and like pull his sword out.
You pull
You
a
see, I'm going to DM you a thing I'm going to do.
As you all do that, Mothman also looks at it and you see that it's almost entering a combat stance. Almost. Like it's going to attack this thing.
Mothman assist.
So yes,
Moth fight,
if
moth
you
fight.
if you're going to fight this thing, Mothman will help you throw hands with the Branchman. I was gonna call it Father Green, but I just kind of liked Branchman just a little bit more.
Branchman does sound more.
AC, how sturdy does it look?
It
That's a
looks
bit more of an
Branchman's the
urban myth
thing that
feel.
we're gonna end
Yeah.
up calling it
it looks
Mr.
like.
Green's the name of
if
the
you didn't give us a name.
Wait, what? Oh. Oh, I'll say how sturdy. It looks like it is tough and it can take some punishment, but it doesn't look bulletproof, if you know what I mean.
Does it look van-proof?
Probably not.
I'm going
Most
to
things aren't
shout to
van-proof.
Daisy. Maybe try ramming it.
It's like Daisy gives you a look of like confusion, and then only says, "Understood." And you see her kind of like reaching for the driver's seat, but as she's about to go in, the Branchman pulls its arm all the way up in the air. It looks like it's about to slam its fist into the van before you hear an intense wind, an intense wings flapping, a bzzz, and then its hands stab into the ground, and it presumes almost a combat stance as the creature flies at him.
Ooh, I like
Okay.
that.
Oh, that's cool.
This has got panels.
Sick as fuck. Like, actually.
Why do you think I was looking forward to this in particular?
Ah,
I'm going to shout to Malcolm. Now can we get Smith?
Alright, you know what? Any help could be, like, better than nothing. I'll go get him.
What about the doll?
what the hell is that gonna do?
It
But
makes
the
a
dog
bear.
Sounds a bear? I don't know how much. Is a bear gonna help with this?
It's a
Well, it
giant
depends
bear.
on the bear.
Well, it help. Well, honest. Well, the doll will only do the bear if I do a ritual, but that might take me a minute. But I could probably pull that off. The doll
Don't go
without
do that, Malcolm.
the doll without the ritual will reset your soul. Got it.
What?
Resetting your soul is basically meaning that the doll will respec.
Wait,
if not,
actually, is that gonna be a problem?
actually, no, never mind. Just forget I said that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
think.
okay.
I'll think about that later. Malcolm's scurrying to get, and as Malcolm does, you see him get the doll, but you see him just kind of like throw like Smith's limp body with the stake still in him. And as the Mothman is kind of just like flying and doing some dive bombs here and there on the thing, then the Branchman swiping at it. What do you do in this moment?
Do we roll initiative just to see who takes turns,
No, we
who's
don't.
deciding what? So we are like
Shoot
not
it
talking over
with
each
a-
other.
My
Uh,
gun.
I was thinking about like going like the turn order is just like
Left to right.
was right to left, and then after if there's something after that, then left to right
Wait, okay. On the map screen.
on the OBS layout. OBS layout.
Oh, okay. Cause yeah, I can't really see that. Okay, I can bring open the YouTube.
Actually, you know what? I'll do right to left, but I'll have Zach go before anyone else because Zach is the closest to the action.
All right. Oh, hey, Dark Sun. Nice
Hello.
to see you join.
Hello there. You made it for
Hello.
probably one of
Welcome.
the stream where I have the cool assets ready, so you get to see one of the highlights. So anyhow, so Zach, as you stare at Smith's limp body with the stake in it, and you see at Mothman and the Branchman going at it,
Branchman.
what do you
I'm gonna
do?
pull the stake out. I'm gonna run to Smith, pull out the stake, and go, wakey, wakey, time to throw hands!
You rip it out. Smith's like, wait, what the
Wake,
fuck?
wakey, wake! And then, like, Zach's just gonna grab Smith's head and then point it toward the Branchman and
What the
Mothman.
fuck? You point it to him. What the fuck?
Wakey, wakey, time to throw hands!
What? And he's just, what the fuck? What the? Oh, good lord! I traded.
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
Oh Jesus! I traded Lorenzo for this. All right, fine. And
I'm
He
beginning to wonder if maybe we are more cruel and unusual than we care to admit.
Lorenzo gets up, and Smith gets up.
Just lighter.
It's fine. They aren't people.
Smith is like dusting himself off, and he's like looking at the sheer height of this. Is like, and he goes to reach in his jacket pocket for a pistol, and he's like, you know what, good enough. And while it's happening, the Mothman lands a scratch, but the Branchman backhands it, sending it like almost flying to a distance. And as it's catching its footing, it turns to you all, and the air feels unsettling as it twists and turns.
Mothman or Branchman?
Branchman.
Okay.
Let's
refer to Branchman as it and refer to Mothman as he, just for brevity's sake.
Then we're gonna find out it's actually a moth woman.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You say that like it's problems. I'm sure Steph will find out for us.
So now
What?
so Smith has joined the fray. Robert used his thing to rip the stake out. Before the Branchman can do anything, Dr. Arkham, is there anything you would like to do within this brief window?
I'm still looking up exactly what the stats are on it. But I'm gonna sick my dog on his ass.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had one.
Alright. As the hound finally goes through the top floor and the bottom floor, it runs out of the bus, and it prepares to bite at the Branchman's leg. It's and it tears in Feraz's dog.
Now, what do I roll damage-wise for this?
Let me go to the Paradox wiki quickly. For this one, I think it would either be an edge roll if you have Beastmaster, or it would...
I have Animal Ken?
Animal... Okay.
Wait, it might be Beastmaster.
Anyone else would be a 10.
Sorry, Beast Whisperer.
Beast Whisperer. It can either be... Okay, so it would be Charisma plus Animal Kin for the dice roll. Difficulty 4, because the Branchman does not... Because this dog is like, has all black fur and it's night, so hard for the Branchman to really pick up on.
Exactly, you'll never see him coming. So Charisma plus Ken.
Yeah. Difficulty 4. 4 is that it's still rather powerful, but it's reduced
Almost nothing.
Ooh, let me peep this.
It doesn't look good to start with. Can I expand a willpower for my dog?
Yes, you can.
It didn't go much better.
The dog does go the run-up, and it does try to bite, but before it can bite the leg, a branch from its arm shoots out, and the dog bites that instead and rips it off. Meaning that the intended target was not hit, and it merely hit the shield. The dog...
At least the dog got a branch.
The dog rips the branch out, shoots it out really quickly, and backs up towards you guys while facing it and starts growling. And with your turn expended, the Branchman prepares itself. Its limbs. It'll be Jerry after this attack. So as it...
Sorry, I just wanted to ask a question. Could the other players do a free action of yelling ideas to people? Because I just looked at our inventory.
That is a free action.
But I will wait for Jerry to get to Jerry before I do that.
And it sees, and it proceeds to slam its hand makes a fist, and it proceeds to slam it to all of you guys. This would be a athletics plus dex difficulty 4 because this is a slow slam. This isn't one of its initial attacks.
Ooh, better succeed in all these 4.
Athletics and dex, right?
I guess we
Yeah.
do an AoEs now.
Which I succeed on amazingly.
Roll.
I got 2 6s and then 2 9s.
Difficulty 4.
Dex plus athletics?
Yeah.
Dex Athletics.
This is the dog that Dr. Arkham has summoned for the viewers.
Oh, look at the bird.
Look at the little guy.
At home.
You never ended up drawing an image, did you? Of the
I
dog?
keep meaning to. I feel like I remember like I felt like I needed to draw something, and then I started streaming and talking about the branch man. I'm like, the dog.
Because I remember like session
the
1 or
dog.
2, you mentioned there will be a dog drawing in the next session, and it never. Not that I'm
Look
gonna
at
pressure
it.
you into it. It's fine.
Look at the
It's totally
dog.
fine. Look at him. He's a little scrungo. I love it.
Pet the dog.
The dog's name is Ziggy. For those at home, want to know?
Stardust.
Wiggy wiggy.
So.
Ziggy Wiggy.
Oh, let's see here. Difficulty 4. That's Arkham failed to dodge.
It's Ziggy Marley because every day he's walking down the street.
Zach dodged out of the way. Steph dodged. Jerry dodged.
Oh wait, are we all dodging?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I fucking.
Oh, okay.
fucking turbo
I
dodged.
must have zoned out or missed that. I did not know that we were all dodging. Sorry. What am I rolling?
7 dodge.
Okay.
Athletics plus dex, difficulty 4 because it's a slow like arm slam.
All right.
So we're going to go to.
You can probably continue on. I'll do my roll as you're going,
As
unless it's important that I do it like.
However, as it's slamming, make sure you do that roll while I'm describing this. It slams out and it does manage to get a hit on Dr. Arkham. Unfortunately, Arkham could not dodge all the way. So, we're going to do a, let's see here.
That is a success with the 10.
Let's see. It does hit. However, this because I'll be generous and dodge. It does do 2 aggravated damage to those who got hit. Just to keep in mind.
Aggravated is the severe damage, right?
Right.
Okay.
It draws its arm back. And, you know what, I'll go back to the song I was playing earlier that matched the more, like, action-y atmosphere.
This is very ambient for an action scene.
Remind me of the Pikmin water level. You know the one.
So, as it hit Arkham, so, Jerry, it is your turn now. Staring
sorry, you
upon the monstrosity. I do want to check. It also did. So, it was a difficulty. Did it? I'd say also Virgil dodged just barely.
Yeah, with the 10, because I'm pretty sure this is like something at this point it's like just a homebrew, but like 10s are equaling 2 successes, which I don't think is actually an official rule, but we like.
So the
we
dice
kind of
spot
like
doesn't seem to do anything with it, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but it sounds like a cool rule, so I think we should just keep it.
And be right back.
And I'm gonna just do a free action of yelling to Jerry that I think it's time to get out the big gun.
I can bring the saw with us to the diner.
It's in the car.
Are we in the bus?
It's in the bus.
The
No,
bus-
it's in the
We're next to
bus.
the
Is the
bus.
bus- Oh, I thought that was their van. Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna
okay.
run into the van and get that.
Their
or
van's
the
the
bus
small
and get
one that
that
is
then.
nowhere near as powerful.
Their van.
Yeah.
That's our bus. You can tell because it has the little latch on the roof.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about how we had the emplacement area, and then I looked at your art, and you accounted for that.
I'm gonna go run in there and get the saw then.
Is it a saw?
Alright.
Well, I believe AC described it as a saw.
I actually don't know what a
The
saw
light
is.
machine gun.
And like an SAW, yeah, an SAW.
I only know the saw from Halo.
So, you reach for your saw LMG.
I gotta go in the bus to get it.
You go in the bus to get it. As you go in, as you do, you see, although not an arm or anything giant, you see a tiny, like, branch shooting towards you. And
Fuck.
it's a tiny one, so this is like a difficulty 3 athletics plus dex to dodge, but strength plus brawl to block. That would be also that'd be a difficulty 2 because it's easy. Because for you it'd be easier to block than dodge.
Okay. Strength plus brawl, he said.
Yeah.
Difficulty 2.
Punch that tree, Steve.
Does it look like his skin is wood, or is it like leathery? What does his skin look like?
His
Whoa.
skin is a weird, like, amalgamation of,
Ooh.
like, wood and flesh. It's hard to tell. It feels almost like its own material.
Also, man, fucking Sim just got like 4 10s.
So, Sim,
Woohoo.
the branch reaches Jerry, but Jerry manages to successfully not only block, but parry the branch perfectly. The creature is almost stunned a bit from the parry.
Someone get that I'm not good gun.
Which means that
back.
welcome back. Sim got a critical success on the block, so Sim parried the branchman on his way to the light machine gun, which will buy you enough time to go into the bus and get it without it even doing anything to anyone else.
I actually thought that was him shooting. I forgot that he was blocking. I thought he just fucking unloaded into him.
No. I get the gun first.
You get
Do
the-
I have time to get on top of the bus with the gun, or will I have to do that on my next turn?
I'll say because of the critical success, it gave you the time. If it was a normal success, you wouldn't have.
Yeah, fine. Neat. I'm assuming I don't. Do I have time to shoot? Or do I just have time to get the gun?
You have time.
That feels like an action.
You have time to put the gun into position.
Okay.
Actually, we're going to because Clip Studio Paint's still up.
Having to theater of the mind the action economy is really funny.
It is really funny because it's like, what's an action?
Like, what is the vibe of of how much
How
I
much
can
am
do?
I allowed? Can I drive to McDonald's and get a coffee on my turn?
We have a vibes-based action economy here at Hunter the Road Trip.
Only if you get all 10s.
Yeah. Also,
I got an idea. Let's leave.
so, also,
Why don't we just take Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and push it someplace else?
Why can't we just leave through the perfume department?
You see, that's when we get to Alaska and fight the bullworm.
Not the Alaskan bullworm.
It's the winter finale. You guys step back, and it's only his tongue.
actually no. So also, if you notice on the little update map, because of the Power Clip Studio Paint being open live, I actually moved the nameplate.
Oh, nice.
So, while Jerry sits into position, Steph, what is your move during this window of opportunity?
During this moment, like, Steph's head is just like a swirling ball of emotions before finally managing to just kind of like string together a cohesive sentence. Now, this isn't a gender reveal party, but I do have an option of starting a forest fire.
Do that,
I don't
please.
know about
No,
that.
I don't want to freak out Smith.
Smith reaches back to you. It's like, it'd probably do good damage against this thing, but I'd rather not.
Do you want to go back in the basement, Smith?
I might. It's
Not now, Virgil.
Smith aims like his pistol at like the Mothman. He's a little terrified. He's like, you know what? I might get a couple pot shots in first.
I will mention I meant for his comfort if we were to start the fire.
And, he's like, oh, the fire. I just want to be just not anywhere near the fire. Also,
I'm
where the
just
fuck?
clarifying for
Most
Roadtrip.
people don't.
And Smith reaches out. Also, where the fuck are we anyway?
Point Pleasant.
In trouble.
Wasn't West Virginia.
Oh, you know what? Explain later. All right. He puts his
Oh,
gun.
Mothman's right there.
So Steph, what the? So Steph, you see Smith on the ground and like kind of flabbergasted. Do you want? So what is the move currently?
I'm just imagining Roadroot accidentally stunned Smith out of his Zach accidentally stunned Smith out of his actions.
God.
Jerry didn't fire, right?
Jerry
I
only
didn't
got
have
into
time to.
position.
All right. Does Steph have any explosives on her?
Like I got 2 Molotovs and a flamethrower.
Sounds like you got a good deal.
So which one of
All
these?
right, well, I take out the makeshift flamethrower.
What's strong against
I'm-
wood?
What do you think is strong against wood?
That's the joke. That's the joke. You have 2 Molotovs and a flamethrower.
Smith
I'd like
yells
to
back.
apologize to Smokey the Bear and I guess also Mothman now in advance.
Smith yells back. You're fucking lucky. Everything you fought has had some weird fire weakness.
Wait, are you actually trying to set the forest on fire? I don't know how much attention.
No,
we
I'm
wanna
just
give-
shooting at the tree man, and
Okay.
the flames are gonna go past him to the forest.
All right.
There might be a small forest fire.
Here's the thing. It'll do damage to it regardless. But would you like to roll to see if you can reduce the background casualties if you can?
You know
No.
what? Sure, yeah. Would that would be like a fucking what's the word? Like a dex check or no, that wouldn't be manipulation. That's social. Yeah, it'd be like what? Like dex, effectively. Dex firearms.
Dex firearms, the composure firearms, because you're trying to compose yourself to aim it, like in the right
okay.
way.
Wait, actually,
what's the
question.
success?
Whenever you say background casualties, are you referring to the trees?
The trees, the
trees,
trees,
yes.
and maybe some
Other trees.
wildlife.
I love nature. That's my route. I'm gonna become a forest druid after this.
It's a controlled burn.
Goes to live in
Alright.
the woods.
Oh, it's
Like
absolutely.
SpongeBob in that one episode.
With the jellyfish.
Oh, he brought
Yeah.
it back. He brought it back, SpongeBob. Oh, it's absolutely gonna be a fucking controlled burn because I've got a 10, a 9, an 8, another 9, a 1, and a 4.
That's a good roll.
You breathe in,
Mm-hmm.
you breathe out, a moment of silence, and then you fire. It is a controlled burst of flames that you shoot from the flamethrower. And
Ooh.
there is a loud whoosh, but it only manages to hit the branchman. Thankfully, your calmness and steadiness doesn't hit any of the forest or behind it. It's
By the grace of man.
However, it is understandably not a fan of this maneuver that you have just pulled. It lets out a howling shriek.
Oh wow,
really
you planned for this.
It screams a loud shriek that would probably alert some neighbors and my parents. But it would it is
Get the Vicar Amelia shriek real quick, like.
You gotta get the Aztec death
that's the
whistle.
cleric beast.
the
That's the cleric beast. Yeah, get the cleric beast over there. Yeah.
you know what? Fuck it. Well, I'll just get it.
That's pretty good.
Perfect.
And
Nailed it. Yes.
And
Amazing.
and it reaches out and as I cut to the battle map, now the fire will be in your minds. And
Fire was all in my head this whole time.
and it is, and you have dealt a good chunk of damage to it, but it is engulfed in flames, so it's a little mad, but it has less health. There'll be damage over time, and its attacks may do fire damage because it's its melee attacks will.
Oh no, you made the fire zombie.
Fuck me.
And
I'm just gonna make stronger shotgun rounds next time.
as it's like twitching and burning, you notice it's starting to also move a little faster, but it's doing damage. And as it's kind of like it trying to adjust itself while it's on fire, and in that moment before it can react, it is now Virgil's opportunity. So what do you do in this moment while the beast is aflame?
Well, I guess I'll just shoot him. I don't think I have anything in particular, unless somebody wants to shout over an idea. I'll just shoot him. Simple as.
Composure plus firearms? What gun will you shoot him with?
I think I only have the SMG.
Alright, that's the difficult because of the.
Unless I put that back in the van.
I think you had it in the. I'll say for time. Yeah, the SMG.
All right.
A diff.
Malcolm brought it out. We'll say that Malcolm brought out some of our weapons. I guess. Who knows? I always had it. Maybe.
Difficulty 4 because it's right there and on fire and hard to miss. Composure plus firearms.
All right, composure.
Question: Are you gonna shoot for center body mass, or will you aim for anywhere in particular?
Can I aim for the leg that is at that the bus is likely to ram? Not the bus, the van.
Yes, you can.
Will that actually make it more difficult?
No, because the legs are, although slender, the legs are huge.
All right, cool. I have 6 in that dice pool. Oh, go ahead.
Also, to Fiona Vortex, I am, but I will warn you, this is a big fight. I will be locked in.
Wait, what's going on?
I'm talking to a chatter. You go.
Oh, okay, on Twitch side.
On the Twitch side.
No, I don't want desperation. I accidentally wrote down desperation. Would desperation count here for anything?
I don't know. Let me double check.
We've been in almost no scenarios in which desperation would be a factor.
Because desperation has usually been like, you guys have taken the last 2 quarters by surprise.
Yeah, and I succeed. Okay, so I have a margin of 1, and SMG is a +2. Does that mean I do 3 damage? Is that how that works?
Alright, let me peep this. So that's a margin of 1. That means that you can also add that additional 1 to your bonus. So it's, your roll is your gun damage +1.
Okay, wait, so the gun number is 2, +1. Is the +1 because of the margin?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be 3 damage then.
3 damage. You do, you do a 3 damage, to this leg. It's, that's a pretty deep, and you notice it almost, like, kind of moves the leg a little, and it's, like, kind of disrupted somewhat. However, before it can be anyone else's turn, as it's holding it, it spreads its arms out, and flaming branches spike out of it, and everybody,
No.
and these are tiny branches, so this will be a difficulty, 5, athletics plus dex to dodge, strength, plus brawl to block, and strength plus athletics if somebody wants to, like, jump in front of someone.
I think I'm close enough to get in front of anybody.
Is this for everybody?
Everybody.
My strength plus dex isn't high enough to match the.
You said what plus dex?
Alright, the dodge is athletics plus dex.
And what was block?
What's the other option?
Brawl, strength plus brawl.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll do that.
I'll do that. I upgrade my strength recently.
What's the hot
Difficult.
diff?
I would say 5 because they're tiny branches. Although they will not do as much, they won't be as bad as being slammed by a giant arm.
I'll reroll that, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing
Yep.
I've got will be able to meet the difficulty.
I'm sorry, just to make sure, is everybody rolling for this one again?
Yeah,
My
everyone.
apologies. How much? What's the roll for it again?
Diff 5, you can either strength plus brawl to dodge or dex plus athletics. No, strength plus brawl to block, athletics plus dex to dodge.
I'll take athletics plus dex.
My athletics and dex don't add up to 5.
I will say,
You could crit.
because although it is a flaming thing, for Arkham, because it is a tiny branch, because it wasn't a total failure, you'll take a superficial damage as, like, the branch shoots out and it cleaves a bit of, like, your arm, but the burn isn't, like, too deep of a burn cut. And any bleed damage you would take is almost, like, somewhat cauterized.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll those.
So
There's only one success.
Wait, Ace, did you say strength plus athletics to take the bullet for someone?
Yes.
I can do that, I guess.
Wait, is it taking the bullet for somebody, or is it like grabbing them out of the way?
It is taking the, you know, I would say it's a difficulty 3 to take the bullet, difficulty 5 if you want to just get them out of the way. So you can just take the safe bet or risk it for better number.
I'll take the safe bet and go for the difficulty 5 with that.
That was
at least I can meet that.
That was a good reroll, Justin.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's get it. Wait, who should I take the bullet for?
Arkham. I would say Arkham either Arkham because you're nearby. I don't know how you would reach Jerry, unfortunately.
Isn't Jerry
On the
like
top of the
protected?
boss.
You're on Jerry's.
This seems like it's a fairly wide-reaching effect.
It's
Maybe
a
I could
wide
take the bullet for
reaching.
Steph, maybe.
Steph dodged.
I just did a perfect dodge basically.
Dr.
Oh,
Arkham
okay,
is who you will take the
Arkham
bullet
then.
for. Yeah.
Alright, I'll take the bullet for Arkham then. You?
So you do it.
A 6, a 8, a 9, a 2, and an 8.
Type that out so I can triple check, and so the world will know your roll.
8, 9.
Assuming they see it when the dice like screen updates, because just sometimes it's just not gonna.
That's a
For whatever
1,
reason,
2,
how that
3,
mechanic works, or
4.
program.
It was a. Okay, so it was the diff like 3 to
Did
actually.
7 succeed, by the way?
7.
You
It
did
was the-
not.
I'm gonna take.
You need 5 successes.
I
want
need,
to
I
reroll.
need 5 successes to push him out of the way safely.
No, you need
But if it,
but if you want to take the bullet, it's only 3.
well, I mean, I failed the 5 diff because I only got 4 successes.
You're gonna try to push him out of the way, but you manage to be just a little. You realize that you're not gonna make it before the flaming branches stab into Arkham. So you know that you could just shift your body weight just a little bit and make sure that the already injured Dr. Arkham doesn't get injured anymore.
Okay.
You do that. That is 2 points of aggravated health damage because they stab into you. But
Ow.
Arkham is unscathed, so any health damage you might have taken on that turn is undone.
So non-superficial.
Yep. So
Knows how much for everyone who failed.
Gracias.
I would say for everyone that failed, actually that'd be like 2 aggravated health damage.
I will ask Joshi, do you want to re-roll yours? I don't think you did a re-roll.
Sure.
It's just the failures. Going off of at least what the bot does.
Is the 5 also a failure or no?
Yes,
Okay.
it is a failure. You need 6s or up. To the audience, expect this to be a little slow, because we haven't done a lot of combat.
Also, there's more of
Especially with
us.
something this big.
And also, we are a party of 6. Are
Replace
those the
all the ones that
rerolls?
failed there. Yep, I think I didn't succeed any better.
Let's see. You have
4.
wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you
Uh,
got 1 extra success, but that wasn't enough.
2 aggravated.
Is anybody wearing armor, by the way, or any like reinforced clothing?
Nope.
I think I'm not sure if I have chainmail on or not.
Jacket.
Because I forgot that was a thing too. There is a armor mechanic.
I'm wearing a leather jacket. I don't think that counts as armor.
It's very thick leather.
I want to say there was like the specific stat for it was like a +1 at first.
I
So-
think I'm the only one with any sort of armor, which is just reinforced clothing.
I think there's a couple. So it does decent damage. Anyone wearing armor of any type with a +1 will be taking the 1 aggravated damage from it. And as this happens, the beast kind of like, after the branches stab in everywhere, they kind of recoil towards the flaming beast. And the flaming beast is still kind of like frenzied. But as the branches retract, let's say 7. It is now your opportunity to shine.
Wow. Damn.
Like a moth.
Oh.
So where am I'm still in like the same place, right?
Right.
Hmm. And the tree guy's on fire.
Right.
Is there anything I would notice about the tree man's head?
The only thing,
Don't ask.
the only thing I can say without rolling a dice is that you do notice that it is a glowing eye, in like the eye hole of the mask.
Weak spot. That's a weak spot.
Is it any particular? Oh, okay, it's red.
So Seven
Yeah,
will
that tracks.
will grab his rifle and try to aim for the red spot in his eye.
All right, I'm glad I wrote this down. There's a special Alright, let me go to the document I have. Glowing Eye. Difficulty 6, composure plus firearms to aim.
All right.
6 because it's because it's like probably the smallest
Oh my
part.
god, it's Batman!
I was thinking Faust.
But kind of both.
Actually, because
Okay.
Because
You said
it's-
a difficulty of 6.
yes.
Oof, that does not look good.
Ruh-roh.
Do you want to use your will? Do you want to burn another willpower to get another aim at this thing's head?
Sure. I only got 2 successes from that.
Oh, from the
I'll take out
reroll?
this-
Oh.
No, no, on the initial rolls. I'll take
Alright.
the reroll.
You aim. In the
Alright, now let me write down everything.
you breathe in. You aim. You're just trying to hone in and focus despite the chaos in front of you. With your gun in your hand, you hold steady. You can practically smell the burning fire. A weird smell, a mixture of burning firewood and flesh.
Ugh.
Fleshwood.
Fleshwood, which was honestly what this thing needs to be made out of. And you get a 1, 2. And you breathe in. And you focus. And you take your shot. And the bullet connects.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this bullet does a lot of damage. More than if it aimed at any other part of the body. And the creature, the flaming creature seems to be held back and stunned from the bullet. And now, while it's stunned, taken aback, would Dr. Arkham like to make a move?
Now's our chance for an all-out attack. Let me at her.
How much of this creature is on fire? Like, is it just mostly the top? Is it like spread to the whole thing, or is it? Are there like non-burning parts of this?
Are we looking at a burning scarecrow?
It's a burning scarecrow. I would say that if you want a non-flaming spot, the left foot isn't on fire just by pure chance, but the rest of it is.
I'm gonna rush him. I'm going to crack him with my cane.
So it would that would be a strength plus melee. Difficulty 3. No, actually difficulty 2 because the headshot landed.
I like to imagine that this cane is like Rock Lee's fucking leg weights, where every
It
time
is heavy, yes.
where every time Arkham is mentioned it's heavy, he was underselling it. And it's like if he dropped it, the earth would start to shatter beneath it.
What's the diff?
2 because 7 landed the eye shot.
Wow. I'm rerolling. Doesn't matter. 3.
Oh,
Huzzah.
you know what that means? Okay, so what is the stat of your cane? Damage-wise.
+2.
The margin of 1 meaning that it actually does 3 you do 3 damage with this swing.
Crack him.
And you land it So where are you swinging exactly?
Hey, I'm going for that left foot.
You
Destabilized.
you hit the left foot. You ram the. Do you swing or do you like stab the cane into it?
It's more of a hard swing because you want to get that hard metal end just to really crack in there.
You land a swing that would put some lumberjacks to such a shame into the left foot of this beast. And as you do, it kind of recoils a bit and lets out another shriek from the fire, the headshot, and your cane. And in that moment, you manage to get the chance to either kind of back away or like still keep a good like distance. Or would you like to stay up close to it?
Yeah. What's my is there a roll or a intention towards movement away from this burning bush?
I would say because it's stunned, you don't really have to.
I would prefer to disengage from this woodman. Also gonna shout Norman at him very loudly.
It stares at you blankly. And you don't see even with like, it doesn't take a deep insight to realize that you don't exactly see Norman in there. And as you back away, Jerry, on top with the machine gun, what is the move?
I'm probably just going to shoot him in the chest as much as I can.
This would be,
Center mass that.
That'd be a strength plus firearms a difficulty 4 because it's right there and you're aiming for center body mass.
Can I use willpower to reroll that?
You can.
That is still a failure, goddamn.
You shoot.
Wait, is it a failure with the 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's only 3.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I see it now.
You go to fire it, but the spread is a little chaotic, and the bullets go all over with the force behind it. And because of the way it's moving, like because it's on fire, the bullets do miss it. And in this moment, it is now Steph's time to shine.
I guess I'm just gonna go in for a shotgun blast to the face then, while everybody else is doing it.
Its face is higher off the ground. I will say that, so the difficulty will probably be like a 4 instead of.
Sorry, go ahead.
Because it would be a 3 if it was like normal size and you ran up on it, but because it's like taller, it's still a 4 because you have to look up if you run up on it.
I will ask, dude, is Diane in the initiative order? Is Mothman in the initiative order? Just curious. Where they take.
Yeah, I was wondering where.
Diane and
Thing.
Miss Daisy are like in the bus. They only assist with like some library roles. However, Mothman is coming up, and Smith is Smith will also come up here soon.
All right.
Oh, I'm back. Hold up. Hello.
Oh, you good? You good?
Welcome.
Yep. Okay, connection restabilized.
Oh, I
I
heard
don't
you
know what the
like.
fuck happened there.
I heard you like slightly robot out there for a brief
Alright.
second, but you're good now.
I would say still a difficulty 4. It would be a 3 if this is normal height.
Okay, difficulty 4. What dice?
I would say composure plus firearms.
Okay, back for real now. Actually, internet
Oh.
connection
Back for
stabilized. I don't know what the
real.
fuck that. I don't know what the fuck that was about.
My
Anyway.
internet problems have been passed to Justin.
The branch man is interfering with the wires. Mothman is
Okay,
chewing on the
I'm
cord.
gonna-
Being attacked, Step is being attacked outside of the game.
I'm gonna burn a willpower real quick, like, cause I only got 2 of my 6 dice right. Well, okay, one of them was a crit, but still. Okay, there we go. All right, yep. Yep. Okay, that's definitely gonna do it now. Yep. Let me go ahead and write. We'll put on the dice rolls for you. Ten, 10, 9, 2, 3, 7.
That is indeed a crit.
That is a.
Huzzah.
You land a crit shotgun blast to its head. Although, it's a.
Say goodnight, asshole.
It lands. You do blow like we see the bullets go through it, and it hurts. It's not exactly like a, and because it's like a you know what, you fuck this thing up. By the shotgun blast to the head with a critical success. It is recoiling, and plus that and the fire, things are not looking good for this thing. And it looks like it is about to do something. And right as it's about to swing an arm at you, you see the silhouette of darkness come out from the trees again. It's Mothman coming in for the save, clawing
Coming
at
in
its
with the chair.
arm. And Mothman slices a chunk of the branch man's arm out before it could swing at you. And with it, and its attack is interrupted. Smith is at the ground, and like fires like his pistol once at it, but the bullet like hits it, but it doesn't do a whole lot. And Smith looks at Mothman. The flaming Mr. Branch is like, you know what? Yeah, nope. And he goes like back into the bus. Or at
I'm
least
going
tries.
back into my basement.
Like, you know what? Yeah, you guys can put the steak.
Nah, I'm good.
I would honestly take the steak if it means I avoid this.
At least tell us how Malcolm's doing.
He goes inside. He gives out a little thumbs up while he's in there. To indicate Malcolm's doing all right.
Is he almost done?
He is out and he is inside the bus.
Oh.
And it is now Virgil's turn.
All right. So I did ask the Clue Gang if they were able to ram the van into the guy's leg. Is that not a thing they're doing? You mentioned like they only are able to do library stuff.
They're about to.
Okay, I wasn't sure because that's why I was asking about their initiative.
I'm gonna do their dice roll about it. So it's gonna be let me go to my own. It is a success.
Okay, cool.
And the van rams into the weak leg, the left one, and also the one where Arkham hit the foot, and it trips the beast as it rams into the leg, and it lands on the ground. However, as it's on the ground, it is really fucked up, but you see something strange happening. As the fire is still like kind of spreading to the grass, the fire is spreading to the grass a little bit, but it's starting to kind of shrink a little bit.
Grass or the fire?
No, the branch man is shrinking.
Oh.
It is like trying to reduce form, and it looks like it is heading to the direction of civilization while it's shrinking.
Oh, is it like limping? Is it crawling?
It's crawling while it's like shrinking and on fire. It is
Do you
fucked
think
up.
its wounds will heal?
If it guys let it get away.
I am going. If it is crawling, I would like to try to close in and gun one of its elbows.
Difficulty 4, composure plus firearms.
All right. All right. So let's see. Composure plus firearms. What I got here? Gotta scroll back up. I was looking through some of my other stuff. So that is a 3 and a 3. So 6.
Is a 3.
Okay. I am going to reroll that. Okay. I very much did not do good.
It is not looking good. You know, you fire it, and the creature manages to slither out of the way of the gunshots. And it manages to try to go back into the darkness itself. And as it does, Zach, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pull my axe out and I'm gonna try and chop its head off.
Alright.
Wait, sorry. I'm just curious if Virgil is allowed to make suggestions, or if it should just be his choice only.
Talking is a free action.
Okay, I didn't want to like take away your agency, but I was just gonna suggest try maybe chopping at the arm because Norman still might be in there.
I'm gonna go for the head. Fuck it.
Are you
All
sure? Oh yeah, fair enough. I was gonna make the recommendation that it might be an easier roll for a limb.
Would it be an easier roll for a limb?
The limbs the easiest roll would have been for the legs, considering that they have sustained the most damage. The arms would have been harder, and the most difficult would be the neck, because no one's done damage to the neck, and the most is that there's a bullet hole in it from Steph's shotgun's blast.
What's the difficulty for the neck?
5 strength plus melee. Actually, no,
Difficulty
6.
Difficulty 6 strength plus melee.
Yeah.
I can just meet that. Let's go gambling, boys. That's 5 dice in my hand. All right, here we go. It's a 10, a 10, a 6, a 10, 10, 6, 7, 8, and a 6.
Type that out. And while you type that out, I'll build up the description. You grab your axe. You are running towards this thing.
Also, is that a critical success if it's 2 10s, or I forgot how crit successes work?
2 10s on a success. That would be a critical.
You run towards the beast with the axe in hand. You breathe in.
No, you fucking don't!
And for a moment, you feel like your might slip, but then, in a moment, you adjust yourself just right, and it feels as if the universe is listening. And you grab your axe, and you cut along you cut along according to the vibes and your gut feeling what would be the perfect part to strike.
He's seeing the Tsukihime lines.
Not the fucking eyes of death perception.
Yeah, the eyes of death perception, not depth perception.
So you strike your axe into it and you cut through that. Although the head does not go entirely off, it is mostly, you have done a great job at nearly getting this thing. And you have slowed it down. But you notice something odd. Something spews out. A substance that seems like a mixture of blood, but more syrupy and more goopy.
What color is it? Can I even tell
black.
what color it is? Ugh.
So your axe has this tar-like substance dripping off after you cut deep into this thing with your axe. And you have, and it is trying to crawl back and you just hear bubbling and gurgling, and also one more for the road. That will be a difficulty athletics plus strength. The difficulty 3 to cover your ears because you're right next to its head.
Athletics and strength. That's 5. 8, 6. Okay, hold on. 8, 6, 6, 6, and a 3.
You succeeded. I heard 8, 6, and 6, and I'm like, oh, good enough. You cover your ears. Although the damage was only a superficial health and not aggravated.
Ow!
But you're just that thing was loud, and it is but it is still, although it is slowed down drastically, it's still slithering towards civilization. But it's
Is that
starting.
like, is it just headless?
It's like it's dragging its like neck with the head attached. It's
So it was slithering?
it's like its neck is like semi disconnect. It's like connected to the body by a thread almost. And goop is coming out of it, and it's like crawling back. However, it's starting to pick up speed and go faster. And before it can, and it's about to break into like a sprint back. So 7, as you stand there with your rifle in hand, what do you do?
It's trying to sprint away, right? I'm not sprinting away, crawl away.
Oh, it's crawling, but it's about to break into an all-4 sprint.
What's a guarantee, like something to just absolutely like I guess cripple?
Your options are, its legs, will be the most likely to stop it from moving, but the lowest difficulty would be center body mass. With the body mass being at 4 because it's picking up speed, and its legs being at like a 5. Actually,
5?
Actually,
Would it
6 for the legs.
Oh, okay, shit.
Although it could still go fairly fast if you shoot it in the torso. It could, but it would be more guaranteed damage.
Well, the more thing I want to guarantee is the guy to stop moving. Difficulty 6. So like I'm still the same spot. Like this thing's like kind of far away from me, right?
It's a little bit further away. Although this might look like, because I painted the shadows behind it, I put it on a separate layer in Clip Studio Paint. So I'm gonna do a jank little like movement on the battle map to kind of update positions. Really quickly.
Can I shout to Jerry, or would you want to do 7's roll first?
I
don't want to like take away initiative from somebody else. I know like talking is a free action, but still like it's kind of like mid.
I mean, like I guess like the only thing I can think of bonus maybe if 7 goes for the torso shot, that might stun it real quickly, and then it could get Jerry to maybe like go and tackle him.
I was gonna suggest that Jerry tells Smith to drive and chase it down while Jerry guns it down.
I kind of moved it a bit, so this is the position.
Actually, you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna steal that idea. Actually,
That's fine.
Seven's gonna what is it? Hop on? Is it in the van or the bus?
What are you hopping on for? Because I can tell you.
7's gonna hop on the bus and he's gonna yell at who was it?
Malcolm.
Malcolm to drive the bus and run it over.
It's like Malcolm sighs. Is like, all right, fine. I'll do this once. You hear
I was
like
actually gonna suggest that Jerry gun it down and just use the bus to trace it. Then again, hitting it might also work.
he prepares his you hear the engine start the rev, and
I'm up here.
So Jerry gets his gun back into position. In a better position, and it drives, speeding towards the creature. Yeah.
Race myself as best as I can on this bus.
Also, 7 also prepare like a shot just in case.
All right. So for 7, it's still the difficulty 4 for center body mass with those shots. I will say another thing to keep in mind is that it's about to go and the bus will chase after it. Would you guys want to hop on the bus and drive after this thing?
Actually, I would like to make a question. Would Noir be able to use Animal Can? I forget what it can do to ride Mothman. I don't know if it would work.
Good point. So far, my animal ken is only level 1, which it does define as animals might shy away from me, but they will not snap or bite.
Oh, I was gonna say.
On the other hand, I have a lighter, so.
I would say what it would take with a light source. I was gonna say a high difficulty, like 6, and like Animalkin for Mothman. Animalkin plus like intelligence. Like a difficulty 7. However, you might. However, the most I would maybe say is if you want to just burn an action, you can sacrifice an action to like go back into the bus and see if there's a book that can help lower the difficulty to help you ride Mothman easier.
Do we have the time for it?
I'm not sure that I have the time to tame the Mothman.
Yeah.
I'm willing to be close askance acquaintances with a Mothman.
We're gonna get Mothman's phone contact in our list of phone contacts.
You have the lighter, and the Mothman is pursuing, and is already beginning to pursue the branch man. So if you wait, so with the lighter, it wouldn't take much to basically use it to sick Mothman on it.
What would I roll for that?
This, I would say Animal Kin plus, oh wait, let's see here. Animal Kin plus Charisma. Difficulty, 4, no, difficulty 4 because there's already a bunch of light sources and moths are already there, and even if you fail, the Mothman's attracted to the larger light source, which is the branch man.
Oh, you might be able to, if you still have any willpower, you might be able to do.
Nice. I'm almost out of these, and that is looking like a 3 out of 4.
It looks at you confused, and it just turns around and shakes its head, and then it sees a bit of the fire from like the from like some of the grass, and it looks and sees the flaming beast, and it goes after it on its own. So like, so 7, do you want to actually make your before you guys make any next one, 7, do you want to actually like make your shot at the branch man?
No, is the leg, so the leg difficulty is like, what is it again?
6.
6, and what and is it's composure and firearms, right?
Yes.
Actually,
what about the butt talk?
Oh, the buttocks.
This is a thin creature. It is not exactly dummy thick, so I would say it's it's still a difficulty like maybe a 5 because it's closer to center body mass.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna shoot him in the ass.
You see, this is how it's been able to hide so well. There's no, like, clap of the ass cheeks to alert the guards. It's all bone.
You can try to get land your ass shot on this thing.
Actually, I'm curious. Is there even enough room amongst the trees for the bus to chase after it?
Is 6 a success or no?
Difficult.
Yes.
Success. Yes.
But you don't have a 10. You need one more success.
You got
No,
one
no,
more?
I mean, if
Oh,
I
I'm looking at
roll a-
Noir. I'm looking at Noir.
No, if I,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a 5 to shoot it in the ass. You got 6 successes?
I did, so I got a 6, so I wonder if that counted as the
Yeah,
success
6
for that roll.
6 and up, success. 5 below, fail.
A 6 is a success.
10, so wait, if I get, like, 2 successes, then okay, I need 5, right?
Yeah,
You need 6 ups. Oh, or do you mean 5 successes?
5 successes.
5 successes, because it's one
Okay.
lower, because it's not the leg, I'm shooting him in the ass. Okay, then I have to spend a willpower to get that, then.
Alright, big money, let's go.
You land. You're getting ready to shoot this thing. You breathe in, you breathe out.
I think this is a success, because considering I only missed one roll.
You steady your shot. And you shoot it in the ass. However, this ass, although it doesn't super, Steph will be,
internet problems.
having internet things.
I love it, you see her put that on screen.
What happened?
The Fugi, Justin disconnected to the router stuff, but they said they'd be right back.
Oh, it just disappears!
Yeah, this is an
Yeah,
empty
I just saw the delay.
And you...
That's funny.
So you gotta shoot it in the ass. However, it doesn't stop it in the creature, but it turns it around. Instead of going into the thick woods that the bus probably couldn't have gone in anyway, it heads towards more the road that back there. And it's real, and you did some damage, so it's more fucked up as it's turning around and heading towards the road. And it's picking up speed, but it is hurt. And it's heading towards a place that you guys could chase it down in the bus. So
Apologies, I'm back now for realsies, I think.
yeah, 7 shot the branch man in the ass, and it's heading into the road instead of the woods. So you guys can chase it in the bus
Okay.
now.
Poggers.
So you all, I'll say for free, you can all just get in the bus, including the doll, including Ziggy.
Alright, we get in the clown car.
Smith's like, wait, what's going?
After it.
And Malcolm's like, right.
Is
Malcolm.
it still on fire, by the way?
A little, yeah. The fire's not as strong, but it's still on fire.
Do we have Mothman, like...
We can renew it.
That's the thing.
Wait.
Shot in the ass.
Hey, why
Wait.
do you think Mothman was chasing it? It's a giant ass light source.
I thought he
Don't
just
worry,
didn't
I can
like
fix
it.
And I pull out a Molotov.
Well, that's a reason why it's chasing it.
Is Mothman just trailing behind us like a majestic beast?
It's in front of you guys, actually. You're trailing behind Mothman. So
Abs rippling in the wind.
the bus U-turns and drives towards the thing. You all steady, except for Smith, who like falls and hits his head on like the chair. He's like, oh fuck, and like you hear him like
Sorry, man.
fumbling around like a Gary's Mod ragdoll in the back as you're speeding towards this flaming creature.
This is why you wear your seatbelt.
You see Mothman out in front of the bus, also chasing after this thing. So it's the bus, the hunters versus the branch. So it's Mothman and the people versus the branch man. And we cut to a highway. I'm just gonna get a bus overlay I really meant to actually have this set piece ready, but for some reason I just didn't. So I'll just get an image of the bus and apologize. But you are all in the bus. You notice that Malcolm's like, I can roll down the upstairs windows if you need a clear shots.
You bet your ass I do.
Yeah.
I say holding 2 Molotov cocktails in my hands.
You see, Malcolm does almost like Naruto hand signs, and then puts his fingers on like a certain like underneath the steering wheel. He's like, they're going down, go! And to answer Darkson's questions, it did damage, and it shifted the direction of Branchman. They keep it updated. And as it's running down,
I can't believe me hitting that booty caused a different direction and damage.
you caused it to go into a different direction and make it easier to chase down.
The rule of cool affected our destiny.
So right now you're on a highway, a dark highway, chasing the flame. You're all upstairs, all in the upper floor with the windows. Charlie seems still kind of like flabbergasted, kind of staring at this hole going down, but also focused. Would Dr. Arkham like to say anything to him during this moment?
I'm gonna give him a thumbs up.
His look goes from like his normal to almost a smile, a reassurance. You are all set, ready to go, as you rush down this highway of death. So, I'm gonna do something.
Am I still on the roof of the bus?
Yes.
Damn.
So how this is gonna work is the turn order is going to be Mothman, Jerry, and then left to right.
Also, for Dark Sun, is it still bleeding black blood as it is running? Is it running or crawling?
It is crawling. It's like sprinting on all fours. And one of its legs, you know, it's the one that Arkham got whack, goes like limp for a moment, but a branch shoots out and replaces that leg.
Oh.
And it's sprinting as a mass of like branches of fleshy branches. And it's leaving a trail of black tar behind it. Of this tar-like substance.
How far does this trail go back?
All the way back to the forest area. It's on the road now. So
Can I lean over and see if it is flammable?
You can focus your eyes on it through the headlights of the bus, but that would be a difficulty.
Oh, in the bus, yes.
I forget. Is it insight or? I mean, I forgot the base. Alright, let's go to character creation. Let me check those good stats. It would be wits plus occult difficulty 5.
Man, the technocracy is gonna have a field day fucking Men in Black mind wiping people after this.
You haven't reached civilization yet. This is far out.
Okay, this is one of the lesser used type. Wait, are we on a highway or just in a back road?
A back road.
Okay.
Now, is this a system where I have 4 willpower, and if I spend all 4 willpower, something goes wrong? Or is it if my willpower runs out past 4?
I think if it's past 4, like past your limit, then it's like something wrong. But if it's at like 0, I think it's like you can't make the bonus roll. I'll have to double check that. But
well, I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to make a bonus roll if I'm out of willpower yet. But I've got 2 9s and 2 6s.
Nine? Double dice?
You're damn, you're close to figuring out. You're not quite sure. You remember conflicting articles on something like this and if it was flammable. You just remember that many people in the supernatural hunting community got in debates over this stuff. And you're even unsure what this thing is exactly. Maybe split the damage or some edges.
I can't believe I'm wishing we had a werewolf with us right now.
But yeah, you can't not figure it out. And now, Mothman takes a sweep at it. And however, Mothman does an oopsie. The claw does big damage and it rolls over, but the force from the claw makes it go down the road a little faster. And now 7. You're feeling the breeze from the windows hit your face.
Oh.
What do you do in this moment?
I assume probably duck, maybe?
You're just feeling the wind from driving.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, I thought I was making like an roll. Alright, what can I exactly see from the creature from my point of view?
A flaming mass and various branches. Although, although this for this horrible collective conscious breach, you see a bit of its like torso and its backside, but you mostly see a mass of flames for its body shape and some branches.
I think Seven's gonna, because Seven was using his regular rifle. I think Seven's gonna go get his fucking M16 and try to like spray a bit. Actually.
All right. The spray method. I will say, for spraying, I'll just say for now that the difficulty would be higher than aiming, but you can use Dex instead of Composure because you're just spraying it.
Well, actually, hold on. Let me rethink that actually instead of spraying. The Seven can see like the upper torso, right?
Right, but you cannot see the head.
Seven's going to try to aim slightly lower and spray there.
Alright. Difficulty of 5 Dex plus firearms. It would be a 4 if you could post in it.
Oh.
Also,
Oh, here, my go.
oh,
Sorry, you get you talk first.
7 is aiming the shot. But also, you guys might get, depending on how this roll goes, you guys might get an answer to a question I know people have been dying to know.
So wait, what was the difficulty?
5.
And a 10 counts as 2 successes, right?
Right.
Okay, I just barely beat them. Hold on, let me type out the rest. I think.
Yeah, despite it not being an official rule, I kind of wish it was. The idea of a 10 being 2 successes is a very fun idea.
1, 2, 3, 5. So you make just a 5 and you spray at it. It does the damage of the rifle, but there's no margins. But as you're spraying at it, you shoot it, and it it hurts. But something you notice odd happens. The bullet hits the black tar. A spark comes off the bullet. A spark touches the substance. There is a flame on that tar, but because of the speed it is going and the bus is going, it is just barely outrunning the flames that are consuming the tar coming out of its neck stump. So it's running away from the flame.
Seven is just gonna shout at the others, "Hey guys, I think its blood is flammable."
You don't say.
You know, maybe I should have thought of that earlier.
You hear Malcolm almost shouting because he's driving, because he's seeing a closer look at the flames. Ah! Ah!
Wait, Smith is doing it?
No, both Smith and Malcolm are just screaming down there.
It's like the fucking Chainsaw Man powering Kobeni, just screaming at the window.
And because they're like the flames like right up in their like faces, even though a window's protecting them. They're like, ah! And they're both screaming.
I would say that'd be a great thumbnail, unless you want to go with something else. Like
I might use the.
Just like staring out the front of the bus window while driving, screaming.
Yeah, like how the fucking Chainsaw Man artist likes doing the sharp teeth, but it's just like the vampire teeth.
You
and
hear it.
Malcolm's straight teeth.
You hear, then you hear a thump on the bus, an ominous noise, and you hear, "Hey guys, I just want to come out here. How y'all doing? What the fuck?" Ah! And now Smith is now Adam is also screaming.
Hey guys, look up! What the fuck?
I mean, that's kind of how Smith felt being thrown, and it's being confirmed that Mothman's real.
Wait, was he just sleeping this whole time?
No, I mean,
Adam?
I meant to say Smith, because Smith was staked before, like, you unstaked him, and he's like, "Oh shit, wait, what's going on? Is that Mothman?" But as this chaos is unfolding down there, 3 people screaming as you're chasing this. Zach, would you like to do something at this moment?
Wait, what? Huh? Wait, I haven't been had a chance to fucking do anything. Hold on a moment.
Yeah, what about Steph?
Oh wait, you know what? For this moment, I'll finagle the turn order. Because of the
Oh, yeah,
internet
that's right.
chicanery.
The way you see things is different from mine because on my screen I'm after 7.
I feel like we should go with Discord order for the
We
sake of
should.
the players,
You
but
know
it's a bit
what?
late for that for this round.
I'll say for dangling purposes, Steph is a little bit closer to the windows than Zach, and Zach only had his sword and axe out. So Steph, what's
Deeply
your move?
appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking coming out of what I would only describe as my internet coma for the briefest of moments. I'm just gonna fucking go. I know exactly what to do as I'm holding the 2 Molotov cocktails I've held since the last place we were at, and I'm just gonna start chucking.
All
just
right.
fucking, eh.
Are we in
Athletics.
range? Are we like right next to it?
You're driving after it, and you're throwing it out of a window of a vehicle you're
Yeah,
driving.
wait, are you throwing it
Make a-
forward at it?
Are we going to be smacking this? Are we
If
going
you
to-
fuck up the
something-
roll,
You can
maybe.
throw
Well,
something
if
from
it
a
hits
vehicle
it, then
forward.
yeah.
Okay, the roll may depend where the Molotov goes. So, if you want to make that Dex plus Athletics, diff 5. If you
Fair
want to
enough.
risk it, if you want to risk hitting the bus, you can make the throw. I will not
Guys,
stop you.
I still got a lot of willpower in the tank. I'm willing to make it
Hey,
work.
how big is this difficulty roll? How far away is this creature? How big
It's
is Steph's arm? Yeah,
you're
she is
trailing
beefy.
you're trailing behind it still, so you're still close to it, but you, the Beast, and Mothman are all zooming down this flaming inferno highway of death.
I am burning 1 singular willpower. Again.
I feel like this is gonna be like Hunter the Road Trip Session 12 Highway to Hell.
Alright, yep, no, got it. Okay, cool. Awesome. 1 extra willpower has gotten me a 4, a 7, a 10, a 9, a 9, and a 5.
You throw it.
I dumped into Dex super hard.
Thankfully, it doesn't hit the bus, and it explodes on the creature, and it burns it. And instead of running towards its destination, it's now like rolling across the highway.
My
Although
one
it has,
weakness, my own blood.
it's like it's a rolling fireball down the highway. It hasn't stopped in speed, but it's still it's not doing too hot. And for the brief moment
Or
you
maybe too
throw
hot.
in, when you're about to throw it, you notice the screams to stop, and you throw it, and you hear the screams start up again for a brief moment. From down, they go, oh, ah, and as the Molotov is headed towards it and explodes it.
I like to imagine that everybody's just looking at me flabbergasted because I just threw a grenade out of the front of a moving vehicle, and I'm like, never doubt me.
I will.
Was that you hear us? You hear us?
That
You hear?
wasn't
You
even
hear us?
shocking. I'm not
Was that
even
the
impressed.
arsonist Lars who did that shit? Ah!
I almost wish it did though break on like the window. It's just like a really strong window, and so now the Malcolm is screaming even more.
You notice
I
that like
have another
Smith
one.
and like Adam were like holding on to like each other for dear life out of like fear instinct.
Smith is just crying.
What the fuck am I gonna do?
I will say the only downside is, although the doll is out, Malcolm is too scared. Like, is kind of too scared to utilize
I don't think the doll matters now. I don't think we need the doll now.
It is now Malcolm's turn. His turn ends as he drives.
Summons the bear in the middle of the highway.
Did Jerry do anything at all yet, or is he not in the turn
No,
order? I forget what the turn order is.
Still at the top of the bus.
It's gonna be Steph. Arkham. I want to say Arkham made the turn to try to figure out that thing was flammable. So it's gonna be Steph, Zach, and then Jerry. And while you're screaming, Zach, you realize that you're up, but you see something up ahead. You see light. You see the lights of like street lights. And you haven't reached the town just yet. You guys go past a singular house out in the middle of the woods. And you just zoom past it. You don't really have a chance to do anything.
I'm sure somebody will
Some
take care of
guy-
it.
What did it look like?
Some guy really high on mushrooms is having the worst night of his life right now.
I'm sure
Gonna get
somebody will
Whiskey
take care of
Pete
this.
after us.
I just remembered I have a shotgun.
So, are you going to take the shot?
I'm gonna blast him with a super shotgun. Or at least I'll try to.
Alright, because it's a shotgun, and the Molotov did a lot of damage, but send it knocked flying a little forwards. It's gonna be a 5 to aim it, and it might do 3 because you're not up in its face.
Alright, what do I need to roll for it? Ow.
Composure plus firearms.
Alright, so that's so that's 4 dice for me. Can I even make that?
4. I mean, it's a 5. If you only have 4 dice, you can't. However, if you just can't make it, that means that it doesn't count for a miss, and you can do something else.
I'm gonna try. What if I threw my axe at it?
I feel like you would then not have an axe.
You would lose your axe, but it would work on athletics plus dex.
I think you have also left a lot of DNA. Granted, we probably already left a lot of DNA. You would have probably a very trackable weapon on the ground then.
A trackable weapon on the
It's just a
creature.
generic camping axe.
Fingerprints.
Oh shit, that's right.
black when they say.
That'll be the one hint from. That'll be the one hint, like storyteller hint for free, is fingerprints. Just the word.
All right, fuck it. In that case, I'm just gonna.
As you're deciding, you're unsure.
I can't take the shot with my shotgun because I don't have high enough stats.
If the guys not taking like a moment to breathe amidst all the screaming.
That's their turn.
Their screams have kind of died down a little bit.
See, now it's only kind of mumbling. Just terrified mumbling and suffocating.
No, it's like it stops for him and then just go like it's just like it dies down and comes back over time.
What can I can't do it. I don't think I can do anything because I really don't want to risk my fingerprints being left at.
Just shoot it.
That's a
Like,
5
that's
with the
beyond
shotgun.
fingerprints.
However, if you got a pistol, it would lower the difficulty, but also the damage.
Wait, sorry, what's the issue again?
He wants to shoot it with a shotgun, and it's farther away, so it's a diff 5. So he doesn't
Wait,
have
we
the
can hit
dice.
it with a Molotov, but not a shotgun?
He doesn't have good gun roll.
Oh, he has bad in firearms?
Yeah. I mean, you can
firearms.
you can grab either a rifle to do less damage, but be a diff 4. If you want.
I'm gonna borrow a pistol off of I'm gonna borrow a rifle.
You pick up one of the rifles from Cincinnati. You aim. This is a difficulty 4 composure plus firearms.
All right, I can do that. Here we go. An 8, a 10, a 10, and a 6.
An 8, a 10, a 10, and a Oh, that's more than...
It's as you say, a magical bullet that never misses.
Wait, you said 2 10s?
Yeah.
You managed to shoot it. Although you guys hit a speed bump and you guys like you get knocked like over when the bullet shoots, somehow this knocked over bullet manages to perfectly hit it in the head that would have been out of view otherwise. So you got the speed bump accidental headshot on it.
And like Zach just looks at the rifle and is like, oh, I'm like better at this than I thought.
Way to go, PewDiePie!
What?
And now
What's that reference?
He's an influencer.
you forgot the bit that Seth calls Zach different YouTubers every
YouTuber.
time.
I actually
And
did
now-
not notice.
And now
Let's not get this guy near a bridge anytime soon.
Jerry,
Hey, I'm not
You're
I'm not racist.
your light
You're not
machine
that
gun.
racist.
Don't let Mothman near a bridge either. That might make him
Okay.
You hold up. So, what do you do in this moment, Jerry? With
How fast is the bus moving? I think is my first question.
both the bus, the bus is going at like I would almost say like 75 miles an hour now. The creature
Jesus.
and both Mothman and the Branchman are going at like 77 now.
Can I like get inside the bus at least a little bit? Like, how do you get to the roof? Is there a ladder?
There's a ladder.
Can I like stand on the ladder so I'm not just on top of the bus? First of all,
You can.
okay, and then I would like to try and shoot Bag Stick Man.
If you however, when you're on the ladder, you can put it onto the mount and you can tap into composure instead of strength. However, I'll because
I have a higher strength.
however you have a higher strength, I'll just let you choose to use your strength anyway. It'll be a difficulty
Okay.
5 strength plus firearms.
Should really level up my firearms next time. I'll try re-rolling that. I'll spend a point of willpower to try and re-roll that.
Although you may miss some shots, you breathe in and you breathe out. The next unloading of the next hailstorm of bullets you let out after the first missed shot, those do not miss, and you unleash these bullets onto the flaming mass ahead of you, and you gun it down. It is on its last leg, literally and metaphorically. It is about to go down, but you see something troubling. You're about to you're about to approach civilization. While it's on its last legs. Mothman goes in for a strike. And although it does knock the beast a little bit forward, it does a little bit more damage. Meaning that the beast is only moving from the momentum of being pushed around and knocked around. It is almost dead. And you're about to roll into town. And
I was gonna say we let Mothman finish it off, but I don't know.
So Mothman looks like it's about to strike again, but but then something odd happens. It turns in the air and faces you all, almost wondering. You get the feeling it's not saying anything, but you almost get this weird feeling if you're wondering, if it's asking, should I let you guys handle it? Is the vibe you're getting. Do you?
That's just gonna repeatedly point at Bagman. I mean, Branchman.
I was saying, do you all want Mothman to land the last blow, or do you guys want to land it?
I think that this should be the people's kill. I think we should do it
his
together.
territory.
I disagree. I
kill.
think Mothman killing.
I just
Grant
kind of
would
want to
make
see what
great
Mothman's
footage.
gonna do.
However,
Actually,
I don't want to get in the way of the Mothman.
Mothman
I
does
want to
something.
make I want to make a slight variance in everybody else's suggestion. I make a gesture to him and then myself, and then point to the knife in my hand. I want him to throw me at the guy.
Isn't it still on fire?
Yes.
I will tell. I will.
Zach's
I
gonna
will
pull out his
pull back.
GoPro.
I will pull back, Steph, as I do
However-
not want her to burn.
No, let me go.
You
No!
hear then
Let
suddenly
me do it.
I'm gonna just shout, "Kill it now! We don't have time."
you hear there's the
I'm gonna pull up, but Zach pulls out the camera as this happens.
oh, I
and he
forgot.
records.
I forgot to have this going on during the whole time. And as it's doing something, you feel a weird vibe before anything. And the Mothman puts out a weird sonar pulsating feeling that reverberates within your skull. And you hear a thought in your own that's like kind of like translated in your own thinking voice into, I'll land a strike, but when I give the signal, I need you all to attack.
Wait, sorry. Is that what
Okay.
we're hearing in our head? What?
No, you get this vibe where it sends out a pulsating thought in your head, and the head like makes basically it's like a voice in your own thinking voice saying, when I am going to strike it, when I give the signal and you see it like flash a peace sign as the signal, and when you see the signal, all of you strike.
Okay. And Zach just nods as he's recording.
How the fuck did you do that? Stop recording!
Is he
At-
fucking recording again?
Mothman
I'll edit this later.
Mothman flies up above, and you see it fly almost out of view, before dive bombing the flaming mass and swooping upwards into the sky. And then as it looks towards you, it gives, and it flashes a peace sign at you with its dark human-like hands. And you all, starting the Discord order, have your shot to now do all of your final blows.
Wait a second. This better not be Mothman sacrificing himself.
No,
Alright.
it's him telling you that you're good to attack, that it won't be in the crossfire.
Composure
Okay.
plus firearms for me, I guess. Difficulty 4.
Actually, I'm trying to find a good song for the last strike. You know what? We'll just play this one last time. Get some mileage out of it.
Is it difficulty 4?
No difficulty. This is a cinematic. Everybody gets their last shot in. So
I
just
did it difficulty 1.
so what?
Difficulty 0.
So
Wow,
what?
I did an awful roll for difficulty 1.
So what are you?
Jesus.
How are you attacking it?
I'm just gonna unload. Virgil is tired. He wants it to be done. He's blasting. He's
And
unloading.
And as Virgil mows it down, mowing it down, and now 7 breathes in, and 7. What will 7 be doing for the final hit?
Seven's gonna realize that now's my chance to do something I've always fucking wanted to. So Seven's going to kind of stand up a bit more than what he was prior, and just put his right leg on the rim of the window, and he's going to just fucking spray and pray the M16 while going, oh!
He unloads the bullets. So the feeling that he's been wanting to do for ages, and as he does, what does Steph do as both 7 and Virgil are unloading into the fiery mass?
I want to hold for everybody else's mag to be empty and then do a single shot bullet with my policeman revolver.
You get your revolver ready, and as you do,
Mhm.
does Dr. Arkham like to land an attack of sorts?
I'm just gonna hit it really hard with Kane. Just
Top
really
Kane.
slam him right in the head.
Dr. Arkham throws
Any
his cane like
generality.
Zeus throwing a thunderbolt.
However, I will say, because it is farther away, it shoots out a flaming branch, but it's your opportunity to whack that flaming branch towards you. Payback for the way it used it to injure you all those moments ago. As you unleash your frustration against those annoying branches that hurt you, and you're slamming the cane into it, Zach has his moment to shine. So Zach,
I'm gonna chop that fucking thing off while I'm still recording with my sword.
I mean, aren't we still chasing it? Like,
You are chasing it. There's a single branch in the boss. A single
Oh.
branch. So the melee characters are whacking that. And so Jerry, how do you imagine Jerry would land his final shots on the beast?
I think Jerry's gonna do his best to cut it in half with the machine gun.
You do a little long-range lumber, and you mow it down. You feel, and as you're all landing the final shots, you feel civilization get closer. But before you actually go into town itself, Steph, would you like to also land your revolver shot for free?
Yeah, I take that shit out. You see me like spin it as I'm taking it out of its holster. Just aim real quick, one quick shot, bang, and then I shoot.
The bullet goes through it, and through how much punishment you put this thing through, you have slain it, and you have defeated the creature before it could do a poison breath attack, which was disabled when you lit it on fire.
Damn.
Nice.
So, as you all do, you realize you have your cool moment is dead, but you realize that there is a problem. It's flaming
How close to town
corpse.
are we?
It's flaming corpse. The town may have heard it, but the town doesn't see your guys have guns out or whatever, but the corpse is about to roll up into town.
Wait, wouldn't it? So like, it's losing all momentum. We're just about to like run it over effectively now.
Yeah, but you're like it's like losing momentum. You'll run it, when you run it over, you'll basically enter like the town.
All right, guys, listen. Follow my lead. If anybody asks, we hit a deer.
But don't.
That doesn't look like a fucking deer.
You feel
Now, there's a perfectly reasonable thing, and we call it a tumbleweed.
you hear
These
a
things can get huge. Have you not seen them before?
you hear a giant speed bump, the biggest speed bump any of you have felt in your entire life.
AC, may I spend a willpower to borrow some of your GM power for a second? I'm
Tell
kind of
me what
stealing a
you're
thing.
doing. Run it by me first.
This will be very simple. So I'm gonna steal a mechanic from what that narrative declaration does, called the narrative declaration, where you ask the GM for a bit of their power. Can I say that I had the fucking shitty pistol, and just out of spite, I shoot at it from the fucking like hatch, it just out of spite.
Oh yeah, you have Fred Durst's pistol that's safety free, and
All
you
right,
mow
I'm
it.
going to repeat a line from Alpha Buse's Turnip 28 thing, where Virgil takes out his small shitty pistol. What am I rolling with the small shitty pistol?
You roll nothing to shoot. However, you will be rolling a firearms plus dex when you're about to run it over. Because
I had the pistol on me. Could have just asked for it.
So
I'm borrowing GM power. I have stolen it.
So you're about to, so roll difficulty 4, composure, firearms plus dexterity.
I have critted the fucking thing.
You hit the
with
speed
the small
bump,
shitty pistol.
and the speed bump sets the pistol off, but it sets it off and it fires directly at the beast anyway. So the creature dies because it was essentially its own speed bump in this scenario.
All right, I am happy.
You're rolling to town. It's it is still a bit on fire, but it's dying down. You notice you notice it's late, but there is still a bit of like a commotion, but you see someone approach you guys, and you see someone rather odd. Is it? What is that? It is Uncle Joe.
Oh, hey, Joe.
Oh,
What is AC? Can you set up the scene? What does the environment look like? I'm not sure if you mentioned it yet.
He just did.
You're in. Okay, so you're on the street. You see a couple of buildings. You're like at the edge of town, but you're there.
Anyone else around, or
There's a
just Joe?
It's Uncle Joe, and there's one other person you see in the distance, double checking, but she's not looking in your direction. Do you guys want to take a guess who she is?
Is it
say.
fucking
Venture a guess.
Seven's goddamn stalker?
God fucking
God.
damn it!
Oh my god.
She's looking around.
Okay, we gotta get this thing off of the road. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. We gotta get this thing.
I
off the
think
road.
somebody else
A large
will.
bucket of water.
These things tend to disappear. I think
Ooh.
we need to
Guys,
disappear.
listen. I think if we just back up the van just enough and hit neutral and floor it really hard, all of our problems will simply go away.
Who's gonna get rid of it? Fucking Mothman?
Mothman
Is the Mothman still next to us?
The,
I can't get outside this fucking
werewolves,
club.
vampires, nobody wants this to be seen. Somebody else will figure it out. We don't have the resources. We
Mothman
gotta go.
is on the rooftop. But before you all come up, you see another person walk out, and then he looks at your vehicle, and he looks at you all, and he's like, and he approaches the bus, and he's like, hey guys, what's going on? None of you would know this guy.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, me? Oh, pardon me. A bit rude. I introduced myself, and no matters. My friends call me Jackie Boy. I'm just called Jack. You know, it's really funny. I was out here for a drink. You know, just late, real tired, and I was looking for something like this. Have you guys seen a green bus around here? You know, it looks like yours, kinda.
I'm sure there's
No.
many.
Oh, no bother. Sorry, it's just one of my relatives got involved in some accidents, and when I came back to the area, I may have seen something like this vehicle, but it was involved in an incident with my brother. Rest his soul.
Who's your
What?
brother?
Oh, he was a more violent type. Oh, poor Lori. Poor
AC,
Lori.
are you fucking kidding me? AC, are you fucking kidding me?
Is this a
What's going
Breaking?
on?
Is this a Breaking Bad?
It's another Breaking Bad. He did it again. Oh my god.
He fucking did it again.
He can't keep getting away with
He
it.
can't be stopped.
This is the only other one, I promise, for real, but I thought this was like the one. I'm like, it would be really funny. It would be really funny. But I promise.
Scarf, are you kidding me?
What does the character look like? Do you guys have an image?
Okay, I'm
what's his
sorry.
name?
AC, I have to call you out. Here you go. Here's the guy.
I think he wants to be called out. I don't think you're doing him a disservice by calling him out.
Oh
It's
my
fucking
god!
Look, no, don't get me wrong.
Oh,
I
wow.
understand it. I do the same fucking thing.
You can
But
put
it's
this guy
so
of
funny
ACs on a
when you
t-shirt.
use real people.
Real person, Lola
We did
Real
fight and
actor.
kill Ryan Reynolds. Not Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
I'm
also
sorry,
that.
AC.
Ryan
You're
Gosling.
going to have to pay him royalties, you know.
Hack fraud,
All the
AC.
proceeds.
Yeah,
It's funny
hack fraud
It's
AC.
funny because I was gonna use his picture as the swordsman as an example, but then I was like, no,
Yeah.
wait a minute, hold on, let me check the red, let me check, and then he has the fucking red scarf on that one. God damn it!
That one right there with like the purple swirl looks much more like this one.
It's like,
So what's the
Alright.
deal with your brother?
Wait, AC, how far back is the monster?
monsters
Is
like
it
right.
visible?
It's a visible pile of branches and limbs that's like that's behind the bus in town. He's like, oh, you guys might want to take care of that. I'll get out of your
Gotta-
hair. I'll see ya. He walks
That's a good
off.
question. Is there an extinguisher on this bus?
I think somebody else can handle it. I don't think that we want to be here.
There is only one.
I mean, I think the clearer question I want to make here is does this thing at this point look in any way dissimilar from just some branches that are on fire?
The bag head is like separate from the fire, so if you wanted to not be suspicious, you would have to drag this like giant, you would have to get its severed head like away from it.
Oh yeah, actually, we might want to loot
How
it to see if
big is the head?
The head is like the size of like Jerry. No, it's like around like half the size of Jerry.
Okay, so
A half
it-
Jerry, as they say.
honest. All right, so bonus proposal from Steph here. Let's be perfectly real. I'm probably not the best person to handle the talking. So we need some people to, one, run interference, and two, to deal with the body. Who's on body and who's on interference?
I think
But-
somebody. I think somebody else should do. Wait, AC, how big is this thing?
It was tall enough to tower over some trees.
I don't think we have the capacity to get
It's
rid
at
of
least
the body.
12 feet tall.
It would
Do
burn
we-
itself.
Do we have any like ropes?
Do we
We are-
have any wood axes?
Can I just tie this to
They're
the
fire
back of the
axes.
bus and we just fucking drag it away?
AC, I need to ask, how many minutes or do you think I can interpret as being safe?
Probably like, I don't know, not trying to think of the exact measure.
Like, I feel like cops would be here within like 3 minutes.
I don't know. This guy is.
I'll give him.
I haven't seen.
I'll give
Breaking
it
Bad.
like 10. I'll give it like 10, but it would be fire trucks showing up, because all they see is a giant flaming mass.
Were the gunshots audible from from the fucking city?
The gunshots are barely audible, but the banshee wails it was letting out were audible.
So we might have vampire firemen or werewolf firemen coming. I don't know.
If I could make a bonus suggestion, if anybody bothers to ask about what it is, just simply say we were doing a practice run for a prop we intend to bring to Burning Man.
I'll do the talking.
Malcolm's
Let's.
It's
I
a
think
viable strategy.
I
To the talking guy, the Virgil.
I will mention I have very good lying skills.
Malcolm, you notice Malcolm is like chanting something, Gordon, and he's like almost like he's like doing hand signs almost, and he's like focusing. Well, in the
Hey,
driver's
Melky,
seat.
buddy, what you doing?
Let him cook.
No.
Let him cook.
Smith.
You know what? Never mind. Don't ask me, and don't answer until after you're done. All right? I trust you.
Adam goes, I recognize that incantation. Just let him do it.
All right,
Wait, who
cool,
says that?
awesome.
Adam. X-chair.
All right, Jerry,
X-chair.
come on. We're gonna go fucking rip a body in several pieces.
Here, can we?
Axe.
I think we should just see what we can loot for any experimentation, any research, and then get out. Somebody else will figure out how to deal with this.
You go to loot it, and there's the head with the black tar coming out, but you hear the chanting that Malcolm is doing almost inside your skulls. Almost like you hear it.
That's weird. That's gonna give me a headache.
Oh, I
It's
don't
all
like
in
that.
all. And you see that the monster-like limbs are transforming almost before your eyes into normal twigs and branches.
Huh.
Smith, and now it's doing that, the head's still intact, but Smith's like, hey, can I handle the head? I might be able to help you guys with that one.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yes, please.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah, sure. Go nuts.
Smith picks up the head, and he walks into the bus by himself with it while you guys are all out there.
imagining he's carrying it like Link carries pots.
Yeah.
I start picking up several sticks. Guys, look, I'm a bundle of sticks with a bundle of sticks.
Well,
Wait,
it's,
what do you mean by that, Steph?
the DM comes out. Is like, we're
You
on
know what I
Twitch.
mean.
Don't elaborate. No, the bus driver's like,
we can't say it in public space.
I don't know why I said the DM comes out and he sounds like Malcolm. Just ignore that.
The DAC shows up.
You hear
I would like to shoot
No.
the storyteller
a mysterious
as he
figure.
manifests physically in the game world.
A mysterious figure. Guys, you can't say this on Twitch.
I was
what?
being vague.
You know what?
Were you?
Don't worry about me.
That's
I'm
the
not.
storyteller.
I tell stories, and I'm
Don't
pretty
you
good
know
at
that's
it.
the storyteller?
I
this
know,
is a
I'm-
fucking Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Don't
Galaxy level
actually
bit.
address the player.
No, this is what they would fucking do in like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
And you
or
guys
something. This
blink,
is great.
and you guys blink, and I am gone.
The fourth wall is restored.
However, as you're dealing with the cleanup at night, at Arkham, you sit there and you hear from your phone, vroom, vroom,
Well, I'm gonna check it, of course.
and what do y'all think of the chaos while I send Noir this text?
Virgil is like uncomfortable. He wants to move. He wants to get going.
Also,
He
for
wants
the
to
record,
escape. Sorry.
for the record, Zach has stopped recording a while ago.
Maybe we can use that for research.
Doubt it. I was moving a lot.
You know, I
The
probably,
fucking
Then we can
shaky
delete
camp.
it.
you know, I probably should get myself off of the screen and just put this thing is in the head's in the bus, and it's turning into normal twigs.
Oh wait, okay, so the head is turning into twigs?
No, the body's
By the way-
turning into twigs
Oh,
and
okay.
branches. The head and some of
Save
the
the
liquid.
mask for me. I want to use it to fuck with people.
No.
Smith is like, Smith goes like silent, but you do see a thumbs up.
Thank
Maybe-
you.
Maybe you can use the dog mask instead.
Oh,
I
forgot.
have 3 in intimidation.
I forgot
You know
to
what would be
bring
really
something up.
intimidating? The dog mask.
I forgot to bring something up on the car chase.
Is that cursed? Don't put that on.
Flashback time. As you were chasing this thing through the fiery high road of death and hell, you remember a really fucked up sight that you saw for a half a moment. A sight that terrified you all.
Oh my god.
It appears
Oh my
it's
God.
a corpse of a werewolf-like creature impaled by silver branches.
Oh,
damn, that
wait,
did
when
happen.
were we supposed to? When did
we
see it?
drove past that.
On the way out. No, on the
On
way
the way
out.
out.
On
No,
the
I'd like to
the
imagine.
way out
I'd like
of
to
like
imagine
the
that-
forest towards the city.
I like to imagine that Zach's camera caught that, and that's how we're seeing it,
Yeah, so Zach has the photo, and
or at least that's a still frame of it.
Zach's like, "Yo, guys, peep this," or something like that.
Yo, Mr. White. peep
Yeah, that's
this.
how fucking Zach talks. Yo, peep this.
Yo,
Yo,
Mr.
bitch.
Arkham, peep this.
I
Bitch.
feel like we should kind of coalesce a little bit so we can move to the next part. So, all right, me, Jerry, picking up sticks. What's his name's got the
7, 8.
head.
I guess I'm just here with fucking Zach looking at this shit, I guess.
Yeah. Joshy is trying to avoid his stalker who's watching this. Yeah, Seven's trying to avoid the stalker who's kind of seeing this unfold.
AC, may I make a request?
Yeah.
Would it be complicated? If it's complicated, don't bother. To just like bring out in Clip Studio Paint where everything is located. Like, where is the bus in relation to the stalker? In relation to the
I would have to
guy?
get Google Maps out and edit it.
Because like, is the stalker looking at us? Is she
She's
just
not.
in the distance? Is she walking around?
She's just walking around, but also in the distance.
Like, what is
however-
not drawing her attention to us?
However, you guys will not need to worry about that, as you see a mysterious, actually, you know, you guys think of the plan, but she hasn't turned around yet.
Okay, is there anything I can see that would be lootable from this pile of sticks?
No, just some flaming sticks.
Okay, so we got head of branch man. I have wrote that down in the equipment section.
You know, did we leave Freddy and the Funky Bunch behind, or are they?
I think we
The
did,
van-
They have
actually.
their own van.
The van, you see the van slowly pulling up into town.
Oh, I was just gonna call them, say like we got them after
Got
like we got moving.
You see like Diane is like kind of like I'm trying to get like the best recreation of the face. She is basically doing this motion. No.
Yeah, that's a lot of emotion.
Hang on.
Gifts of someone putting their hands on their head.
Hang on. Let me deal with this, chat.
It looks like I need a new Shaggy and a new Scooby.
All right, you guys can see this. You guys can see the stream, but they can't for a moment because I need to slap Shaggy in real quick. Oh god damn it! Damn you, the fucking tenor! You hell.
Did you
I can
accidentally
see
open
all of
every
your
tab?
bookmarks.
Oh no.
Oh,
yeah.
they can't see it. Now they can see the previews. Now they can. I just needed to slap Shaggy in there to get there. But yeah, Fred kind of walks out silently, and he's just stunned. However, he looks towards the stalker, and like for the first time, he says almost in a clear way, "Hey, is she like a problem with you guys or whatever?"
Wait, where is
Maybe,
this
I don't
lady?
know.
Like she's not addressed us.
She's
Kinda
all
over
the way over there.
Yes,
She's like,
yeah, she's a problem.
it's like
She's not
I can.
addressed
It's
us.
like I was like, don't worry. I think I have. I'll owe you guys this much. He walks up to her, and you see him is like, yeah, hey, what's going on? And she's like, kind of like, who are you? He's like, yo, man, I'm the clue guy. And you see him go immediately put the mask back on, and it's like scaring the stalker back into like her like apartment. It's like, yo, we gotta check out the clue gang with FRED right here. And she's like
I'm gonna
walking.
be honest, I thought he was gonna shoot her, just like dead in the
With
street.
what gun?
No, we
How
took his gun,
fucking
remember?
no.
Also,
Did he get an extra gun or something?
His
She-
other
Maybe
small
they have more in
shitty
the
pistol.
van. I don't
She
know.
also-
We have a lot of guns in the bar.
she walks
Additional
away
guns,
confused and angry, and he walks back. He's like, yeah, oh yeah, sorry. I wanted to at least help
Hey.
you in some way. Sorry about that.
Hey,
it's
Clue
no
Gang,
problem, man.
Yeah?
I might need your help for something.
Oh,
How's about this? I'll pay for all the rest of y'all for dinner at the diner over at the Mothman. That place is great, but might need some help.
oh. Well, after everything, I feel like we kind of owe it to you all.
Oh, by the way, do you guys think you could help me film a video around here?
Can I would
Doesn't have to
like,
be a-
I would like Virgil to interrupt and ask if we can rendezvous somewhere where the scene of the crime has not happened.
You know what?
No, you won't be in it, 7.
Here's the thing. You'll all is like, you know what? You guys head off somewhere else, I think. Or us and what is your name? Again? Orange hair
Who?
King? He's looking Fred's looking at Dr. Arkham.
Tim.
Tim, so I assume we're going to the Mothman Diner. I assume everybody else should probably go to another direction, or do you want them to be nearby the diner?
Can I suggest just a random abstract concept of a place for us to rendezvous that is farther away from here?
You guys, you know what, I'll just say you got, is like, not fine. You guys, like, pull up in a parking lot. It's like, the Mothman Diner's a walk away, but it's on the opposite side of, like, it's farther away from the crime scene. And you're in a more tucked away parking spot. And I was like, so...
Alright, so here's the 411 skater boy.
Yeah.
Same way that 7 has that kooky lady who you chased off a moment ago. He pops open his phone and shows him the picture of Arkham Palace burning down.
Let me.
Psycho bastard burned my house down last week or so, and now apparently he's hanging out at the Mothman Diner. Wanted to inform me about something. He said come alone, and coming alone is always trouble. I want at least a good lookout. And you look like you're crazy as a fox enough as the man to pull it off.
I assume you want me to kind of act like I did when you first met, during this, or should I just keep my distance?
Follow your heart, Fred.
Will do.
But yeah, I'll give you a sign. I'll run my hand through my hair a few times.
I will say, unfortunately, Diane's a bit shocked from it all. I think this kind of might have scared me straight or something, but
That is completely understandable.
Oh.
Wait, sorry. Is Arkham talking off to the side with him, or is he with the group?
No, I'm with I'm letting everyone know. I'm just saying I need Fred in on this.
Oh, okay.
Fred's like, all right.
And also Jerry. Jerry, if you'd come with me, that'd be great.
Fred
Sure thing, Doc.
Fred pulls out a pair of binoculars. It's like, I also have these. They're easily concealable and these huge. That's the cool thing about new metal fashion. Baggy pants. You can put a huge binoculars in them. No one will know. So, allow me to keep my distance so if I watch. And if I actually have to go into the diner myself, I can act the part and, yeah. So, here's my number. Call me if you want me to go in or if you want to give me a specific command. Just know that I'm doing this because I owe ya.
Right on.
Oh yeah, Ace, remember my video recording side quest?
Yeah.
And then Zach approaches Fred. Hey, Fred, you seem like a pretty cool guy. Do you want to film a video together after this?
After this. But it seems it seems like the mansion arsonist may be more of a higher priority.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's gotten
Also,
really serious.
Also, he very well might have hired vampires to kill us.
Also, he saw Mothman the Branchman. I think he's kind of scared straight at the moment.
This is a guy that thought that a fucking gimp was a dog.
Yeah, and it scared him straight.
Also, whenever they're done talking, I would like to talk to Velma at some point.
Miss Daisy?
Yes, Miss Daisy.
So, alright. You wanna go, or... Miss Daisy is also smoking. It's like, you want me to get involved in the plan?
She talking to Arkham?
Yeah.
Or me?
Arkham.
I don't know how many exits this place has. If I can get at least one head or two at each exit, I'm thinking I might be able to box this bastard in.
2. Employee exit and normal exit. Entrance and exit. There's 2 exits. There's 2 entries. Whoa. Tongue-tied. She draws from her cigarette.
And Zach leans into Dr. Arkham. Wait, he's here right now?
Sounds like he wants to meet at the Mothman Diner.
So, with everything planned, Virgil, do you want to say something to Daisy before the plan is executed?
I wanted to suggest that okay, well, if we're going to be doing a whole new side quest, I guess I can bring it up to her later.
She's like, I won't forget. But anyway, you all unless you guys want to do one quick thing, I would say, Jerry. So what is the move, Arkham? Having Jerry on one exit, Fred on the other, or Miss Daisy on the other, and Fred out for watch?
I'm also gonna put a little red service animal vest on Ziggy, so I can bring him with me into a restaurant.
I'm sorry. Like, what's going on right now? I feel like I zoned out. Like,
Whoa.
I feel like we're moving in a lot of different directions. Like, for example, what happened to Mothman?
Like, yeah, like we just got done with like.
Off.
We just kind of like got done escaping a crime scene, and now we're on a whole different storyline. I got kind of confused.
I meant to bring up
completely different.
I'm fine to give that a second. Yeah.
I would say beforehand. I meant to bring this up, but you saw Mothman on the roof, but it flies away before anybody could see it. Or anybody other than you guys can see it.
So
It gives a
long,
thumbs
Mothman.
up. It gives a thumbs up before it flies away.
I'm just
Hold on, wait,
imagining
AC,
it's
can I
like
look you,
I'm just
soldier?
I'm just imagining it's like that fucking scene from Pokemon where Ash
Wait.
lets go of the Butterfree and it gets really painterly for like a single frame.
Wait, AC, can I roll Dex and Composure to see if I could take a picture of Mothman giving us a thumbs up?
That'd be athletics plus either athletics plus composure for aiming the camera, or would it actually be all right, let me check the character
There's
thing.
gonna be like some technocracy goon that sees all your pictures and thinks we gotta turn this guy into a Cronenberg right now. He's too
I'm
dangerous.
just gonna like do a little. I'm just gonna do a little improvised like heart symbol with my hands towards Mothman.
It'd be Dex plus awareness, difficulty 6 to get the photo as it's flying away.
Oh, damn, I only got 5.
You take a picture, it's a black dot amongst like a night sky, barely visible. It's as concrete proof as all the other Mothman photos ever.
You are turning yourself into a
damn.
lighthouse.
You know what, Zach? That's probably just how it should be.
Yeah, honestly, I think you're trying to milk the supernatural stuff way too much.
No, I
Are
mean
we
we're
going to-
this is
Yeah.
the most like thematically appropriate picture you could ever take of Mothman.
It's truly art.
And
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. That's why I'm trying to film more mundane videos.
He's the Mothman in our hearts. That's what the image represents.
We've had an unforgettable experience. Now I'd like to pull Fred aside rather quickly to have a brief discussion with him
is it
about some of this stuff.
yeah.
All right. I was about to go into it. When I first saw you, I was like dangerously close to punching you because you have to understand that you definitely have a much larger part in this to play than you probably even think or know. I don't even know, but I'm just guessing. How old are you, Fred?
23.
Fred, I started smoking in my early 20s, and I can sincerely tell you that that was probably a better waste of money than any of the shit you've been doing for God knows how long. Now, I'm not telling you to start doing that. Far from it. Figure out something else.
Actually,
'Cause
I would say.
this is a really bad idea.
Become a
Actually,
cryptid
I'm
hunter.
gonna take him aside and say, actually, I think I know a group that'd be great for you. And then I'm going to gesture to the Clue Gang to listen in on. I'm gonna suggest that they meet up with. Where were we last time?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
The Hunter group in Cincinnati. I
You know-
feel like they would fit right in.
You know, we haven't actually killed any of the cryptids we've seen, right?
You don't need to kill. You can do anything.
You don't need to kill. You just need to take really blurry photos and milk them for views on YouTube.
We need more.
Possibly fuck them.
We need more people willing to go after the things in the night. And there's a group over in Cincinnati that'd be that
Yeah,
you might
okay,
enjoy.
hold on a second. Don't get me wrong. I completely understand where you're coming from here, Virgil. But you saw his gun, right? Like, now
That's-
I'm not saying that
You can
I'm not
learn to
saying that,
use a
I'm
gun
not saying
anywhere.
that not everybody can be a hunter, but like these guys.
Fred, where
Yeah,
did you get that thing?
To be honest, that gun's turbo cursed. What the fuck was that?
I found it.
We're really doing you a favor taking
You
that off.
found it where?
Where did you find it?
Dad's safe.
Fuck your dad.
Who's your dad?
Wait, who is
Um,
your dad?
He's a
Honestly.
he does DIY guns.
Deceased. He fell down some stairs.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but yeah, he fell down some stairs and he
Yeah.
died.
Really sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's awful to hear.
I'm gonna
And-
get off my horse and be like, damn, that does suck.
But if you want to, if this is your passion, go to Cincinnati and talk to. And then I'm gonna just say whatever the fuck the mayor's name was. I forget her name.
Also, Diane.
There's also Diane.
Diane.
Had more than
Different
one.
Diane.
That's
Okay.
funny.
like, dude, okay, listen, don't get me wrong. These guys,
They can
Good point.
learn.
but like,
I'll give
I
a
feel like
chance.
you're having a little too early of a midlife crisis for your
Alright.
20s.
All right, Miss Daisy over there, she actually worked for a group before coming to us, and I don't know about our Diane, but I'm just gonna split them a check. They'll go down there. I'm probably just gonna do what like normal people do. I
Just
think
move on with
Right.
your life.
after I help Tim over there with this thing, I'm probably just gonna be yeah.
But I will say,
Fred, don't. No, sorry, go ahead. You finish your bit first.
you might want to still talk to them because now you've seen things. And who knows what knows that you've seen things.
Is that a threat?
It's not a threat from me, it's a fact that now
warning.
your life is in danger
Your
from
life is
knowing too
actually
much.
A little bit, but yeah.
Less of a threat, more of a warning type thing.
You know what? I'll probably just go over there to learn
Didn't-
some supernatural self-defense. That's
I mean, it's not
I'm gonna look at the
irrational to
group.
take everything Virgil says as a threat.
I'm gonna look at the group and
Imply
say,
that we
didn't
have
you know?
agency over
he
it.
is wearing. I'm sorry. Listen, I know I shouldn't judge based off of like appearance, but he is wearing like all black.
I look very nice. I make
You
it
do
work.
not look nice, dude. That is bullshit.
I am stylish.
I'm more stylish than that.
That's wrong. Wrong. I'll kill you.
I'll say I think I like Jerry's style the most.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys know somebody in the past that now that you can't seem to find him now?
Did we?
I'm talking about Carmine.
A Fred wouldn't have fucking know.
I'm talking to the group.
Oh, Fred's like,
You couldn't.
Oh yeah, Carmine.
Perhaps he knew too much, and I don't know if Fred wants to be like that guy.
Are you implying that Carmine's dead?
I don't know what happened. You used to have another guy. You tried calling him, and there was no
We've
response.
been on lots of jobs, lots of people. We have friends.
What I'm
Fred-
saying is, knowing too much can be dangerous.
There's strength in numbers.
I'm
Fred's
just saying,
like,
Fred. You just take a bit of time and really think about what you want to do.
Diane will probably go.
This can't be your whole life. This isn't even my whole life. This is like the fun part of my life.
This is fun for you? What
Is
the
it fun
fuck?
to you?
Abs compared to what I normally do, yes.
You know what?
Oh my god, I'd rather the boring office job than this shit.
And Steph has made it very clear this is a
I-
hobby.
I need to think.
Steph, I should take you on urban exploration with me one of these days.
Sure.
Fred's
I hope we
like-
can shoot something while we're there.
Fred's like, I'm sorry.
Stop doing hard drugs like a normal person.
Fred's like, I'm sorry, but can we just do Tim's thing really quickly and like?
Can we do hard
I
drugs?
got
I'm not
these
really into
pills
that, but-
right here.
I mean,
got what I
I
wanted to stay out
the
of it.
quick. He's like, the quicker we do this, the more I can just lay down, probably just with my eyes open, unable to sleep, but still lay down.
Also, I forgot to mention it, but like during the battle, I did take the addiction pills. In fact, I took 2. Virgil was very nervous.
Wait, hang on. There we go. I accidentally clicked the session chat. There we go. Actually, now we're back. Now we're back. So it's like, you know what? Let's just. What? So are we gonna do this thing?
Wait, sorry. What are we doing? What thing? Sorry, I'm
Fred-
lost now.
Oh,
Gotta
Dr.
make
oh
it
god
Still
damn it.
going?
So Fred's like, so we're gonna do the doctor. We're gonna meet at the diner.
Can I get like a rewind of like what
Oh,
did
God.
Dr. Arkham get?
I got
yeah.
I got information from that old friend of mine what burned my house down.
Oh right,
He's at
okay.
the diner, and I'm putting heads on every exit so I can box him in.
You just got a text.
Thing we should be aware about without this guy.
I wouldn't
You
know
know,
how
the
far he's
arson.
grown or how far he's fallen since he's erratic. He rushes into trouble. I don't know. He's got some kind of obsession with me. I can't say I exactly know where he's coming from, but when it comes to his type, I'm sure he'll try and make it clear.
Sounds slippery.
He also might have been behind one of those packs of vampires looking after us. Man with a cold hand sounds familiar to me.
Hmm. So, what is the move?
I'm gonna head in with
since
my dog.
Since Zach doesn't want to interfere, he's just gonna hang outside
So,
and like go through his camera.
the Clue gang gets in position, so does Jerry. And Dr. Arkham walks in the diner. Let me get a good try. That's a little too calm. You notice that when you enters, the atmosphere is ominous. It's an empty diner, but a mysterious figure that is prosthetic and is waiting. Is sitting there. Oh. Finally, you arrive.
What are you doing here, Zane?
Oh. Complicated. I wanted to check in, because, well, I've been observing you all from a distance. And I have to say, part of me is mildly disappointed. What, you don't have a question? What brings the ire of my disappointment?
I was expecting you'd be more than happy to tell me.
Well, we see something is entering my investigation. I found something off. Among that little posse of yours, it rubbed me the wrong way. That something or someone could be so off, and yet the great Dr. Arkham couldn't even realize it when it was right in front of his face.
You burned my house down.
I had to get you motivated somehow.
I wasn't in town. I do things for my reasons.
And I do things for mine.
What's your game? What do you get out of this?
To ensure that you are the best possible version. To ensure that you're even worthy of the Arkham name, I have to test you.
There is no Arkham name. There's me. There's Charlie. Everyone else is dead. You know what happened on May Day. I've told you before.
I'm well aware. He is kind of tapping his hands on the table. So the great Dr. Arkham here is before me. And Mabel, and for years, the years I've known you, you've figured out all sorts of supernatural creatures. You didn't stop, well, this. He puts his prosthetic hand on the table.
I didn't tell you to run into danger. I didn't tell you to run ahead. I don't know what you want. me to do for you, about you. You're not an Arkham. You're not part of my family. My dead family.
Maybe I'd be better suited for the name than you.
Well, I'm not Marion, and Charlie's a bit young for that.
Zane's just kind of looking around. He asked earlier when I said, did you pick up when I went? Did you understood what I meant?
Who are you fingering out here?
Oh, I know. I know exactly who it is, but if you can't figure it out, it'd be rather a disappointment.
I can have my suspicions about anyone I feel like. I trust my friends. I have friends. Is that hard for you to understand? Sitting here by yourself? In the middle of nowhere?
There was silence amongst the dark diner. He then says, I don't have liabilities. You have a liability. I thought it would be best if I'd come to let you know.
What are you letting me know? Who's my liability?
I'd prefer if you figured that out on your own. He's going to kind of get up from the table to stand up for a moment. I wanted to let you know. To do you one favor. And to help you be an ideal hunter.
Who?
I'm not going to tell you.
Zane, I live a life free of liabilities. Part of that's because I'm born rich, I guess. I don't know if that's different for you. I don't know how hard you struggle, but I don't live with regrets. I just live with questions. Questions that I want answered. I'm gonna find out whatever it is you're intimating. And it won't matter. Your little investigations aren't going anywhere. Your little cat and mouse, your little sicking dogs on me. It's not gonna help.
I just wanted to give a warning, and I was hoping you'd figure out the rest from there. But would the great Dr. Arkham like at least a hint?
Sure.
I'd watch for those who possess 4 eyes.
I'll keep an eye out.
I wish I could say it's been a pleasure. But well, I'm not entirely done yet. I guess that your next location, your next stop will be New York, I wager?
Why would you know where we're going?
Once again, I've done some digging. I've been able to watch you all, and I figured some things out.
I'm sure you have. You got all those secrets sitting in your pocket.
That I do. And and who knows? You're one to talk. And hopefully, maybe I might be able to find your secrets. He's going to walk towards the exit.
Which exit?
The
Also,
front.
is there a waitress? You did say it's very alone and ominous in here. Is there not staff here?
There's only like one. I'll say only one waitress. Oh. As for her. And he gives an order. She like the waitress kind of looks at him, and he gives like in sign language, food was good. Awfully convenient. Wouldn't you say? He gets up and he goes to walk towards the front exit.
Is that where I'm at, or who's at the front?
I think the Clue Gang are at the back, so that would make sense.
Yeah, Jerry's at the front. The Clue Gang's at the back.
I moved to get in his way and kind of look at Arkham.
I'm giving him a thumbs down. He's shaking his head as in to say, "Not this guy. This guy ain't shit."
All right, then Jerry moves out of the way. Moves to sit in the booth next to Arkham.
Zane,
what the fuck is that guy's deal? I can hear some of that.
Zane looks at you all and smiles and walks away. And as you do,
I take it like we couldn't hear it.
Alright, as Zane walks out, and you see someone else walk through the door. It's Seven.
Hey, so I'm just gonna be upfront and say that I followed you guys, and I heard everything, Arkham. To be honest, I came here in case something went south and you needed help.
Honestly, I very well might have. Master, I wouldn't put it past the bastard to pull a knife or a derringer on me.
Yeah, I did hear everything between you two, by the way. That being stated, I'm not going to tell anyone anything unless you want to.
Do you have something to tell me?
Not really. Just that I know everything was said between you two.
That's fine. I don't really keep secrets of that type. My secrets are mysteries. I can't explain the things that are secrets in my life.
Fair enough. Who was that guy?
Me and him, we used to hunt together. He was in an accident, he ran ahead, got into a fight with a Bahumagosh creature, much like a bit of a bigger sort of East Coast ape. Tore off most of his arm. And apparently, it's unsettled him in more ways than one. Now
Was he
seems
blaming you
quiet.
for it?
Hard to say. He certainly seems to have some obsession with me. Something with the family. Something with being good enough for the family. As if he knows anything about our family.
So what exactly is your family? Is it like just a long line of like hunters?
A long line of people who tried and people who died. No Arkham man lives over the age of 70. My mother, grandmother is still around. Old days. Retired, out in some home by now, but They're still spry and kicking. The rest of the family, though, gone. 3 days. 3 of them, at least. In 1 day. May Day. Long time back. Then, of course, some years later, Charlie's father, he got into some sort of accident and died
Accident?
on May Day.
Legit accident?
There's no... From what I understand of the case, it sounds like he was driving along a road in sort of a valley. High, sort of steep walls on each end. Far too steep to climb easy. And he just stopped his car on the road. And he got out of his car. And then somehow he fell 8 feet and hit his own car. Dead.
Doesn't sound like an accident to me.
Yeah.
Hard to say what could do something like that. There's no evidence he climbed up either of these walls. There's nothing he could really grasp onto. There's nothing he could do to get that high up. He's a boxer, but he can't leap 7 feet in the air.
So,
Ever since
What-
I've been taking care of him. Charlie, my nephew.
well, yeah, I know. I guess, like, how do I say this? I've told you guys before I'm an orphan. Well, technically orphan. My uncle raised me. I was thinking maybe it was a similar thing with him. He maybe pissed off some people the father maybe pissed off someone who really shouldn't have, and came to bite him more than literally, but that seems a bit more than, things that typically bite.
So,
You good?
yeah. So you're all just kind of like talking amongst yourselves.
Are we on the bus right now? Like, are we actually like talking
Some of
on
you,
the bus?
no, I'd say Seven, Jerry, and Arkham are at the diner. And, would you guys like to make a move to signal the Clue Gang to come in and have like the eating at the diner?
Yeah, I'm gonna have him come in. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
They all come in. He's like, huh. Yeah. And like, he's like, yeah, I'm coming in here. Is that like that weird guy gone?
Sounds like it. If you ever see him again, I don't care if you lean on him. In fact, if he was in the hospital, I wouldn't be particularly upset.
Are you got a sick Fred on him?
I'm not saying you should go after him, but I'm saying should you run into him, he's definitely dangerous and he's definitely trouble.
Okay, I misunderstood.
Thanks, Clue Gang. And he gives each of them $60.
Thank you very much. So they all eat. Everybody recovers like their health and willpower. And despite the fact that the fiery mass was reduced to branches, do you all decide to after you had your fill of food, to decide that you guys just want to leave this place behind?
How much evidence is there still?
There's just a burning. the sound of gunshots. There was the burnt corpse of the creature has been reduced to branches.
I might be able to help. I might be able to try to pull some strings. Oh, it's gonna be a headache.
There's some
Forgive me for
tire
asking, but wasn't there like
tracks.
something entirely different that we were supposed to be doing here? Or looking into, or are we just good? Is that
Remember the footage that Zach showed us? Like,
I think we
werewolf
were
that
trying to.
came across was fucking dead.
I think we were trying to like track down Victor, but I believe we got the information that he was in New York now. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Really, do you want to go sniffing near a werewolf corpse? I don't think that's a good idea.
Zane sure did mention something about New York as well. I
Zach
don't
is
know
gonna
what. He might have his hands in with Victor.
Zach, and with that, Zach is gonna like jog into the diner. He's like, guys, I've been talking to my contact on my phone. You guys need to see. And he shows the messages. AC, would you care to read out the messages?
All right. So, Zach gets a phone while on Zach has a text. They read, "I'm looking into anyone named Victor." So
Yeah, but you catch any news? Let's act out the conversation. Yeah, but you catch any news about him?
types. I'm unsure if you can handle him at this stage. You may need to stop. Before, well, I saw him do something. I may have to intervene for your safety.
What do you mean? Before?
In the woods out there.
Was it the werewolf pierced on silver branches? Because I got a glimpse of that on my camera.
Yep.
Jesus fuck.
It's not something even vampires can fuck with.
That was the branch, man.
And that ends with, and that's where the text conversation ends. And then Zach just replies, I'll go discuss with the rest of the gang.
Oh, I thought he was showing it to us.
Oh yeah, like he just, that's like that's.
Oh,
his
that was in
action
the
plan
text.
is.
All right.
Yeah. So what now?
You got the mysterious phone, so you guys know where. You guys originally came here for evidence for like where Victor could be. You guys did find it relatively early, before even the quarry. The quarry's been reduced to branches. The only thing I can think of is that you guys should probably just leave here while you have the shot.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good. What happened to? Okay, so something Dark Sun mentioned that guy that was
leaving Richmond, West Virginia, like this.
like, was his name Jake, the other cameo character, the other
Jackie
Breaking
boy?
Bad guy?
Jack.
Jack. Yeah. What happened to him again? He just walked
He just
away.
left.
Oh.
He walked off. That was for now.
Yeah, it was something we were gonna. I mean, like, he popped up, and I assume he's probably gonna be a guy that pops up later on.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna show up like a fucking Looney Tunes villain.
Wait, was Lori Lorenzo?
No, actually, you see, AC forgot to play the wild wasteland perk when he showed up. That was exclusively.
Fuck, I forgot.
Did you draw a whole ass character portrait for like a 2-minute Breaking Bad bit?
I cannot elaborate further on his relevance.
Now, to be fair, he might have just done fan art and then decided he wanted that to be the art he uses for him.
AC, was that fan art?
No, that was drawn
Oh,
to be
Okay.
him.
I will say Zane, right? Zane, that was the name. I do kind of find it funny that like the way that you did him looks very different from other characters, and it makes it look like this is how you would do like the portrait on the wall, like the family painting on the wall.
Yeah. I also decided I wanted to do like the color inverse of like the Charlie portrait, where it's the blue in the middle and the green on the outside.
It does have an eerie sort of feel around him, yeah.
It looks more realistic than how you tend to draw in the stylish ways.
I also based him off a real ass actor.
Oh,
Because
that might do it.
Noir told me to basically base him off actor or whatnot, so I went back and did that.
And
Yul
Zach's
Brynner, I
gonna
think?
Zach's gonna text Ash, do you want to come over here and talk about it?
Actually, Ash is like, you should probably head out of there. I'll probably meet you later.
All right, good to know. Thanks. That's his final reply. Well, I guess we can forget about. I can forget about filming a video over here in Point Pleasant.
Perhaps you should forget about it more often.
Maybe we can do it. Like maybe we can come back here and just kind of.
I want to
Kinda
get
do
out.
It, do me.
So
I don't like
No, like not with me and you guys. Like just a normal.
A
urban
mundane
exploration.
video.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just imagining Virgil's like he's just like in a headache over like the stress of the day, the amount of stuff that's gonna have to get covered up.
So, you all are driving. Are you all gonna go to the bus?
Yeah.
You all should go to the bus. Let's see if this is a good. Hopefully there won't be other cars in this area. So, and it's. Let me get the bus. It's getting late.
Yeah. Do you want to get this gentleman off the screen?
I'm working on that right now.
He's glaring at me and it's making me uncomfortable.
Just look away.
Well, yeah, he's
So
a
I get
bad
Steven to
person.
glare at you? Anyway.
Can't do that anymore.
Dead gimps aside, you're driving down. The bus is driving down a night road, and as far away from West Virginia and as close to New York you can. It's driving, and it has made some distance, and it is somewhere in, I want to say, a couple states like over at this point. Is there anything you guys would like to do at this moment?
What is Smith doing? Did we just restake him? Is he just wandering around the bus?
Oh no,
Did
me
he
and Smith
leave?
were doing something while you guys in the diner.
Is he just hanging out?
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you two up to?
This bus is getting cramped.
Oh, me.
Good thing it's a bus.
We're dealing with the severed head of the monster you guys brought in.
Oh, how'd that go?
It's fucked.
Yeah, I think it was the first time in a long time I blanked out.
But yeah. Back then, Smith, while you were still staked, there was this guy in a dog gimp suit. Don't ask. He called this thing a Fomori or something. Would you vamps know anything about that?
Worm stuff. Werewolves obsessed
Worm?
over it.
Wait, it's WYRM?
Why?
Or WO?
I only knew about it because
I doubt they're big worms.
yeah. Werewolves obsess about this worm thing corrupting everything, and they talk about Fomori and whatnot, but I guess it's a darker. It's an idea of evil corrupting a mortal, I guess. A possession.
Jesus, so that can happen. This can happen to any of us.
Happened to me too. It can happen to me too.
Jesus.
You
rest
seem
in
to have
peace,
survived.
Norman. And Zach does like a little, sign of the cross as he's looking at the shriveled, bald head.
The worst thing is sometimes they'll think that even the Fomori spirit might think that it's human, that it's its original host. In a way, that's what makes them sneaky sometimes. And sometimes they can think that they're. Oh, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they can think that they're their own host, and they can disassociate their own attacks with something else. So they almost trick themselves into thinking that they're human. It's fucked. I know
You ever fought one before this one?
Well, the only reason why I know this much is I saw one. I realized I was deep in werewolf territory, so I made a Yui and I got out of there.
Understandable.
So werewolves are strong, right?
Very.
Traditionally.
And the fact that a mage
So-
can easily take out a werewolf like that.
Also, I found a weird book lying on the ground. I don't know if it'd be any interest. He pulls out a book. It
Just
shows
like
a,
what, like here in the bus?
in the bus. He pulls it out. It's an old wrinkled man on the front. The inscription reads, "The Italian kid did it."
Oh my God.
How one person made 44K into $1 million.
Let's
Where did
go.
you find that?
Let's go.
I fucking
Let's
love
go.
inside jokes.
I instinctively
We probably
despise
should
this
not
book.
bring up what the context of that is for the sake of people.
Nobody watching this is gonna know what that means.
I know. I'm saying we probably shouldn't give context.
So he-
for
Yeah,
private
don't
life stuff.
explain it.
It's a book. It's like a cursed book. Gives you a minus. It's like gives you a bonus in finance, but a minus in like anything empathetic.
It,
think we
it
should
gives
throw
you
this-
a massive humanity hit.
Can I use this as kindling?
Sure, whatever. I don't think it's that
Did you-
important.
Did you get this from your job or something?
No, I found it on the ground.
Like here in the bus?
No.
Can I
Black and
can I
West or
read it and get minus
Just on
1
the,
in
on
finance?
the ground, like in the dirt.
You can read
Can I
it.
lose a dot in finance for reading it?
You lose a dot in finance. You may
Good,
earn
I
it.
have none in finance.
You
it's
may
fine.
earn a dot in manipulation though, just because you're better at tricking people into thinking your finance dot's high. But anyhow, the bus is going and it's just kind of like flowing down. But there's like a Malcolm signals, "I think I see something." The bus kind of starts to slow down a bit. There is a red glowing in the distance.
He's back.
Malcolm's like, who the hell is that?
And then Zach goes to look at goes to the front to look.
So does
Does he
Seven.
see anything differently?
You're all seeing the man approach in the darkness, holding a flare. A very an older gentleman, but short. But you see, this is what you see in the distance.
Oh, how fucking ominous.
He
Oh fuck.
is
Player
approaching.
usually when plays lost.
He's approaching the bus.
Seven's gonna like kind of like have his hand on the holster of his revolver and kind of like yell out to him, "Hey, you lost? You need some help, man?"
Car breakdown or something, buddy?
You good, sailor?
He's just he's far away, but he's just walking towards the bus closer.
You can yell something back.
Can you yell?
Put,
Don't answer that.
Put your non-flare hand up at least to signify you hear us.
There's a moment.
Maybe
There's a moment of like almost like time kind of freezing a bit. Well, not in a literal sense. It's just the tense atmosphere of this moment.
dramatic.
Out of
I'll-
character,
I'll
judge it from the way. Actually, no, go ahead.
Now, Bone, would you like to say something?
Yes, you see a small guy, about 5'3". His hair is kind of balding, and he says, "I am Edwin of the Pandora Society, and you have been infiltrated. I'm coming aboard."
He's
What?
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 he walks up to the door, and he knocks. No, he knocks and then he says that. And with this mysterious figure, this is where we'll end the session.
Can I help you, sir?
Oh,
Yeah, the
session's
session's
ended.
over. We can deal
Oh.
with this later.
Man, what a great moment Dr. Arkham had.
Fucking
I want to know.
Bones' third character has appeared.
What a great character Dr. moment that Dr. Arkham had.
A wonderful
It's a
time.
good one.
I did. It's really funny because there was a moment where I was DMing AC. I DM'd him, "Hey, can Seven like sneak up? Do I have to make a roll or something?" It's like halfway through the conversation, I'm like, AC.
I
Didn't
missed
realize
it.
Oh, fuck!
OBS turns off the ping, so I was like, oh fuck. But yeah.
What could this be? Who could this guy be? I wonder.
My plan was if the guy tried anything funny, Seven would pop out with the gun to his head.
Zach just has his
Zane?
hand on his sword.
The only thing was I was scared because here's the thing with Seven Stalker, it's the Karen, so I kind of know how to go. The only thing I was afraid of for like Zane Warden was I was scared that I would mischaracterize him, so I tried to go off as much as I was given.
Well, I think it's also, I think I was trying to leave it pretty open where it's, yeah, he's certainly a stalker, and yeah, he's certainly got some trauma and some involvement, but his motives, like, that's still pretty, it's not just that it's unclear, it's that Dr. Arkham doesn't know what this guy's problem is.
Oh yeah, how hurt is everybody? Is like what damage level?
How much do we recover
I would say
during this drive?
I would say during the drive and after the diner, I would say you guys are like mostly fully recovered.
Should we just say fully recovered?
Fully recovered.
Purposes?
Fully recovered, yes.
You're all fully recovered from the meal.
We got band-aided up, you know. We got
We've been on the road for a minute.
No one suffered really any big
Yeah.
injuries.
You know, the thing about it is hard is because like people lose half health with the
branch.
People lose like half health from one hit, so it's like it's a bit tricky. I bet to balance.
Listen, we kind of go with the flow here.
Yeah, as long as it's cool.
Here and also don't know the rules that well.
I'll also just state that, like, hey, a lot of the damage AC described was not that like massive damage. At best, someone still has like bandages on, but like that's not gonna impede or make them weaker.
I never said a bone was broken.
Well, it's good to hear Bones okay.
Yeah, it's good to hear that I'm okay.
That's good.
Okay, too.
Also,
it's good to know that that Roboot's okay.
Also, but yeah.
And it's good to know that AC is okay.
Yeah. Also, you have defeated the branch man. And you have and then Zane Warner had some mysterious and cryptic information about how Arkham...
Wait, actually, I would say let's ask them. What do you think this dude's deal is? Because I don't want to reveal too much. Do you think maybe he's a stalker? Do you think maybe?
I mean,
specifically, did he say?
I am Edwin. I think I actually said Ed, but I meant to say Edwin of the Pandora Society. You have been. We think you are been infiltrated. I forget if I said think or you have been infiltrated. I forget.
You have been infiltrated.
I am coming aboard.
Bone, if I was gonna level with you, considering that you're voicing the guy, I think this is implying that you've been playing a secret traitor the whole time.
Have I? Do you think that, or is he a bad guy?
Or is Edwin the double
we
secret
haven't turned
traitor?
around and looked to see if Virgil is still sitting there.
Virgil just with you guys. That's where it cliffhangered.
I feel like at some point I need Steph to have like a post-mortem for Point Pleasant, because I feel like she probably something changed after encountering Mothman.
What do you mean a post-mortem?
I mean, just more like a post-character moment where it's because like I kind of want to give off the impression that like I met like the one thing I wanted to encounter by like going out and exploring, and I want to give off the impression that maybe she wasn't really like. It wasn't really the big payoff she was hoping for. I'm not even saying that like that. Oh my god, I got to fuck Mothman. Like not even that kind of thing.
By the way, see that's a sick piece of art.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
I was unsure if like
good art.
I remember it was originally him towering over the trees, but I scrapped it to do something else. I will say, when it comes to references, the only reference I did for Branchman specifically here was I kind of got a little bit of inspiration from like a specific scene in like Half-Life 2. That was like a very loose inspiration.
Also, I don't want to get too much into what Edwin's deal is, but I will say I wasn't sure. I thought we were going to
Imagine we'll
just
find
cliff.
out quite quickly.
I was
for
assuming we
next
were going
week.
to cliffhanger it just at the flare and then start out
He
with
seems
my
like
little.
one of these characters who certainly will explain it.
And I thought that the next session I was gonna do the vocal bit, and then AC asked if you just wanted to do it now, and I just said, you know what, go for it.
Mm.
But what could he be?
What other the CGs? I meant to show this more, but
Oh yeah, you kind of just showed her and then dropped her.
Oh yeah, I did not realize
there
you
was art
dropped
for
this.
her.
Yeah, I dropped this. I meant to
She
show
looks
this.
great, by the way. I love her.
Is she
Good.
Steph's sister?
It's Daisy.
She's very Steph coded, yes.
It's Steph's cousin from West Virginia.
No wonder.
You
no
know,
wonder
this
they-
is
no wonder they got along.
Steph's alter ego, Beth.
Now also,
Beth.
Yeah, Beth.
we're going to have a moment, 3 seconds of a moment, the honor.
Oh no!
Steve.
Yeah, keep it up there.
Stop
End
it.
End the stream on this.
AC, what happened to the dog helmet?
You guys just have it because it's bat out the helmet at you guys.
Okay, so we have it, right? It's in our inventory.
You have his dog helmet.
This is very important. I will mark
Please
it down.
sanitize it.
It's covered in like
Well, I
Mothman.
mean, yeah.
It's covered in like Steven blood and Mothman saliva.
It's covered in what?
And Stevie's
They're
blood
all
and
not
Mothman's
dead.
saliva.
Fucking Steph licking the gimp mask.
Inhuman blood.
No.
Also,
And
rip Norman. I guess. Fuck Norman. He's dead.
well,
That's fucking
it's hard to say
dead.
he was really
we,
there.
we moved on from Norman astoundingly fast. I
To be
would
fair,
say.
we knew that guy for like what, 4 hours, maybe.
I
I know,
liked him.
but so did the rest of the Scooby Gang.
No, they've known each other for like months.
I feel like if you've known a guy for
Yeah,
months,
if you've known a
it'd
person
probably
for
be a little bit.
Well,
yeah.
he probably was himself before they met the branch man.
Also,
I mean, to be fair, they might have also just been weirdly creeped out from this
Uh.
individual.
I think they were all on generally good terms, just not
See,
with Fred or Steven.
That,
honestly-
it's that or whatever Steven's weird runes were, they were just fucking with people's heads and makes you think it's normal.
Oh yeah, you drew the runes, didn't you?
I drew the
honest-
big one on his back.
I honestly meant to like ask Fred a little bit more about his experience with those guys now that he had post-Durst clarity.
And now they're going off to be professional hunters, working with the mayor of that place to defend the world against the darkness.
Considering that they were living with like what I would earnestly describe as 2 cognito hazards for a ridiculously long amount of time and not knowing about it, I don't think they should be hunters professionally.
I kind of
They didn't know what they were getting into. Now they do.
okay. So because like Robu and Zach hung around the mask, there's one implication I will say about Norman. So do you remember when Smith was like, it's common for some of those like Fomori creatures to think that there's a chance that the Fomori's can think that they're the host for a moment, and that's like that's how some of them do
Yeah,
stealth.
he got replaced and the creature started to think it's him.
Yeah, the implication was that Norman was gone before you guys showed up.
Okay.
Norman was
He,
gone.
he
a
was,
long
he,
time
he was
ago.
hiding out as a Norman.
Also,
I did not put that together, but also I think I like zoned out during part of the. I am sorry, ADHD. Just during part of the explanation, and so I didn't put that together.
Also, another thing about this, about that fight, if for some reason, I don't know why you would do this, if you're like, we need to go back into the city, regroup, and like use our arsenal like edges to like get more weapons and then go fight it, I would have had it to where it would have, like gotten into the city, taken branch pot shots at you guys, or maybe even disguised as like a sick guy in the middle of the road that would have been like, "Can you help me get to the hospital?" And like have it where there's a moment where it would slip and be like, "Thanks, man." And then the moment you hear it vaguely sound like Shaggy, you realize what you're dealing with.
So wait, just to clarify, I heard right. So you would have had us like go hunting for him in disguise.
No, he would have been in disguise trying to
Yeah, that's what I
attack
meant.
you. You would have been having to hunt him throughout the city.
All right.
And he would have been disguised as like a sick guy. And if he was near you and like hidden, he would probably even shoot branches from the concrete to try to take pot shots at you.
And would just nobody notice? Would we just have to try to make sure nobody noticed?
It would be a bit of that. I was maybe even planning for him to kill like maybe a cop. And maybe like move around the cop's like arm to like shoot at you guys.
The technocracy is gonna have a field day with this one.
That was worse. Thankfully, things only got bad. And also, Malcolm turned the rest of it into twigs. So it just looks like a bunch of lumber got loose into the town.
Yeah, and it's like all the secret societies are gonna be like, we can't let this get out. They'll figure it out. They'll figure out how to handle the PR.
I mean, most of what happened like in the woods.
Also, I'm still a bit confused with like where Joshy Stalker, where I always say Joshy Stalker, Seven Stalker was in relation to us, to where she would not have noticed us.
She was like she would have been like a blip in the distance.
Okay, was this like a suburban area?
Don't make me get the fucking map. Fine.
I'm sorry. I'm very confused.
Oh,
please.
You don't have to.
Very far away.
You don't have to.
Let me go.
Again, it is like how far away is she? It doesn't. I don't think at this point it doesn't matter.
I'm just trying to I was just struggling to understand what the scene looked like.
I mean, the scene is that we were at we're on a road, still at the forest, but I assume we could see the city. And
you don't have to, by the way.
Near the city where we can see it, right? And then like the stalker and Uncle Joe so happened to be very nearby there, and the stalker probably walked over to where the pile of branches, aka the dude, was.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, it's just like I was just kind of struggling to figure out what the location was, like, because it sounded like we might have been near a bunch of people, or we might not have been, and because I was kind of like paranoid about being seen as part of the character.
I think. Well, I mean, like the thing is that like it's unless stated that you are nearby people. Well, I mean, like really all you have to ask is there anyone else nearby, or close by that could see you if you walked out.
Yeah, it's just like then there's all sorts of like nuances I then start thinking about. It's like, okay, wait, are there houses? Is there these? Can people show up? It's like that. It's that whole thing. It's just the mind goblins.
Unless you ask the storyteller, will I get this or that? And they go, no, you should assume that it is A-okay and the area is safe.
I mean, part of it's also just trying to imagine the scene for the sake of the fun of the game. Just like if I was just like a little confused.
Right.
Again, it's not that important.
Yeah.
Like if it sounds like I'm trying to make it a big deal, I'm not. I was just trying to see if I could like understand it. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah. The branch man is defeated. That's 3 quarries so far. I'd say probably 8 points for that.
I think
8 points.
I think
the 8 points last time.
Yeah.
No, we got 7. I think we got 8 points last. Hang on, my brain's confused.
Last time I wrote down, we got 8 points.
So where are we at then? Because I still have 65 down.
Sorry, did you say we got 8 points now as well?
I said 8 points for now.
All right, then.
Okay, so then we're at 73.
Yeah. Also, I think the other thing that confused me about the setting is because I think AC said something about like her going into an apartment. I think that was mentioned.
Wait, who?
The stalker.
Back during the scene. Yeah, like I thought I heard something about the stalker going into an apartment. Maybe.
Yeah, Fred Durst was scaring her back to her apartment.
Yeah, and so I'm like, wait, there's apartments around here? So I think that was like the other thing that confused me about the setting.
I think I
Oh,
meant to
this is good.
clarify that this is like, I would say like, this is like out close to the town. I would say there's probably like a homebrewed, like one extra apartment building.
Yeah, I think it was like that specifically, like in the moment, that confused me because I thought it was like one setting and then it turned out to be another. And those are just like little details that I tend to like hyper focus on. Don't worry about it.
I will ask this AC because it was something that was brought up. Did we actually leave a very big trail for people to come after us with this, or was what Malcolm said in incantation clearing that from us?
Or can you neither confirm nor deny?
The most, say the branches were turned into twigs. There was, although there was screaming, and although the bus didn't fully go into town yet, it only went in there afterwards. Like, there is not too much of a trail, thankfully, this time.
I would personally, for me, what I see is that there's not even much of a trail at all.
Bullet casings. If you wanted
Well,
to get
yeah,
into the nuances.
Okay, so
you know what?
Damn!
think-
People shot guns in the Midwest.
I will
At,
say,
at, around
Virginia, it's not the Midwest.
with a lot of black blood. Like, here's the
And-
thing. Like, the question is, like, how much do we want to hand wave? I'm expecting a decent amount of hand waving. Like, whenever I said
Now-
bullet casings, I was not actually suggesting that be evidence. I'm just saying if you could go that minuscule if you wanted to.
AC, I assume that you, as as the storyteller, the thing is, Dark Sun, is that the storyteller said no, there wasn't.
when it comes to like, I guess like when it comes to the tar substance, I can kind of see like that trying to be like purposely covered up.
Yeah,
But-
it's like we're probably gonna be hand waving some stuff, and we're like creating scenario
Well,
like
you see, my
suggestions of what
assumption
could be the
was
cover.
that Mothman would cover it up for us. Clearly,
Yeah.
he's an intelligent creature.
Yeah, also you don't also Mothman's intelligence is unclear, but you know it's enough to where it can kind of like psychically communicate with people.
He's got at least mild telepathy, and he can also do the peace sign. And I mean, that's just like culturally, like that's pretty advanced.
Like I would say that
That's pretty cool.
the most I can think is like maybe I can see somebody higher up getting worried that like Mothman might be more vocal, because they might think the screams are it instead of the branch man. Like
Because moths can make noise.
I will say the only person I can say who like saw the bus, who has an idea that the bus rolled up and you guys are there and is actively tracking you, once again, is Mr. Warner.
Who I assume is an individual who is aware of the supernatural.
Quite aware.
Wait, sorry, who's Mr. Warner?
Zane.
Sorry.
Zane.
Oh, Zane. All right, sorry. Names. I'm bad with them.
Write them down.
I will say, the evidence it will be for my sake unconclusive, but it was clear that a fight between something happened, and whatever group goes to cover up will be quite annoyed at it, but it won't. But there's not like a wait a
They
minute.
don't got specifics.
They don't got enough specifics, but they do know a hunt went down here, and they know that there was a fight between a monster and a group of people, and they are very upset that that much happened, and they're thankful that all the civilians heard was a screech and some gunshots, so they're able to have the locals believe that maybe it was Mothman and some hunters, and even that is not really okay in their books. So
Fucking.
it's more of like some suits show up a day after you guys leave. Somebody breaks a clipboard, going, God fucking damn it. It's like, can we find these guys already? Like, what guys? Like, I wish we knew. I thought you guys knew already. And they're like, we don't have enough evidence. It's like, all we know is there's people, they have guns and they shot supernatural stuff. That happens all the time. And it shouldn't be! Fuck! Did you at least find tire marks? And it's like, and like at most it would be like, there's a wheels that are often found on buses, but they can't narrow it down to double deckers. So for all they know, it's Greyhounds.
Oh yeah, bus passes through here. Whoop de fucking do.
I will ask, like, is there like an amount of like is there like some kind of ideas of what you would say is like the hard evidence the player should keep in mind of? Because I assume like there's going to be an extent, just because we're doing this casually as well.
So
like the amount of hand waving is going to be okay. Like the story will work around the players.
It is my first, so I might do that. But also, if Zach threw that axe, they might have snagged it for fingerprints if he didn't get it back.
Like, there's a lot of times where, like, I'm playing up the character that's, like, afraid of getting tracked. But I'm also kind of expecting that, like, me, the player, is kind of expecting the story to work around it just for the sake of streamlining. Because, you know, again, we're new to this. We don't, and it's like we don't know all the little lore details.
I mean, also, it is inherently a fun little...
yeah, it's about your world of darkness.
It is your world of darkness, and we're basing it off of that lore. But that being stated, we can fudge it a bit to be slightly more either a way that we prefer. Again, we also have bus drivers a mage.
Yeah.
It doesn't help also that we're like doing like the road trip kind of concept. So it's like we're not in like one spot a lot to like kind of work around to get to know the place and all that. Yeah. So it's like we're going from place to place to place to place. So that's a lot to keep track of.
I will say,
if I may, you can go ahead now. Here, okay, real quick. Sorry.
Real quick.
Just if I could, I feel like this would matter a bit more if the idea of us being like caught or found out was a core part of the narrative, or like the gameplay dynamic that we've kind of established. But I think at this point we're a little bit past. We're like a smidge past that.
Yeah.
In terms of like worrying super hard about being found out, especially because the end point of this is us taking out a public facing figure, one of them anyway.
Yeah, and also additionally, I will say that if you're coming in expecting like a bit of realism, I want you to I get that the World of Darkness kind of has a bit of like a realistic tone to it, but here I would heavily imply that, hey, you will have to take some like I guess grain for salt. Yeah, sense of disbelief. Thank you. To the point where even though we should realistically be really, really trackable, for the plot's sake, let's say we're not.
Yeah. Fine.
And also because our I'm gonna be honest, our campaign is also a bit humorous at times.
There's things where it's like it's the popular genre of action with some light comedy.
Like again, the best way I could describe this is that it has like the atmosphere and music of actual horror, but I want you to imagine like the Silent Hill soundtrack playing over like an episode of like the Venture Brothers.
I will say.
How we're doing.
Yeah, I will say. If anyone has anything else, I want to close it on like a little bonus scene I thought of because of this conversation. I thought would be fun.
Sure.
It is daytime. West Virginia. There's like cops looking at like some of the stuff, and some guys in suits come along. Like some Men in Black type beat. They're looking at the tar and they're just getting hand-waving stuff, you know, doing their Men in Black, like, memory erasing, and they're just, like, cleaning it up. One approaches, is like, so, you're telling me that this thing ran across the street, screaming like a banshee, on fire, and nobody saw who did this. The only house that even saw this go by was a man who was tweaking out on some bad methamphetamine. Damn! You mean you couldn't see it at least once? Well, We've been seeing the trail. We've been seeing just obvious shit like this for a while, and you're telling me we can't find like specifics? We haven't even seen a hair follicle. Nothing. Well, sir, we're doing the best we can. We found bullet casings. Bullet casings to what? Common M16s and guns. Guns that any of these hillbilly dumb fucks would be owning over here. Exactly. I need more concrete examples, Charles. Fuck! He breaks and he slams a clipboard on his knees. Oh, that paperwork was important. The paperwork lands in the tar. He's like, oh, no, 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 no! And he grabs the paper.
I, for one, look forward to more of these every time we finish an area.
Oh, this is the epilogue, the goons, the comedy goons at the very end of everything.
And they're like,
just trying to figure out why they suck so much.
You know what? You know, I'm just gonna. My wife's waiting for me in Manhattan. I'm just gonna go. All right,
got
see you
Team
later,
Rocket
Charles.
chasing us.
And that's going to be my joke answer. That actually does address it. Yeah, there's a group looking into this. They just fucking wish they would give their kingdom to find out who, though. They're only finding.
This isn't the B team. This is the Z team.
They're finding what's and wins, and not who's and barely hows.
See, they're worried about more important things. There's probably some awful apocalyptic event going on in the background, like the Zamishi antediluvian in the sewers is getting rowdy. So all their good dudes are on that.
Or maybe their good dudes are on something I can't show yet. Woo!
Or maybe that.
Oh yeah, I honestly I think that's a good way that fits with the theme. I actually kind of like that. I hope you all don't mind that at the end of every area that I include Charles and the incompetent men in black.
Charles and the Chuckle Fuck gang. Let's go. Charles and the Chuckle Fucks. Let's go.
All right, I very much need to go to bed.
Understandable. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hope you all enjoyed.